Night. It's time to talk about Monday Night Raw tonight. There is a lot to talk about on Monday Night Raw tonight, and before I really get into everything that I want to talk about on Raw tonight, we're going to welcome in Jake DeMarco in a second. I want to take a second to thank you to the Beast who brought the Joe Cronin sign. That, I believe, is one of like 50 we've seen over the last couple years, so thank you to the man who brought the sign. We'll thank him by name in a little while. But now it's time to start the show. So grab a beer, grab your boyfriend's hair, slap somebody around. It's time for the show.
Over 50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show. The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother. This country sucks! This place sucks! CNN masturbated all fucking day. Dude, I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style. Who wants to go? Call the show. I'll fuck your ass! I wanna kill myself! If I think it sucks, I tell you!
The Joe Cronin Show.
Everybody in the chat, make some noise for Vince McMahon's particles down below. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Joe Cronin Show. This is the Raw review for January 28th, 2019. We will be talking to some of you guys on Discord in a little while, getting into the Discord probably heavily tonight. Because we weren't able to do so much last night because just stuff was so wild last night. People were insane. So insane that I spotted a couple Joe Cronin Show signs in the crowd, as always. Hopefully things went well for you guys carrying the signs. And Road Dogg was nice to you. I'm sure Road Dogg usually is a good guy, man. So, usually. So, hopefully you didn't have any problems with that. And I really, really appreciate you guys bringing those signs to Raw to rep the show. It's awesome. You know, one night I actually said I felt like embarrassed because one was so close, you know, and Road Dogg said to me, he's like, don't be embarrassed, man. That's badass that people are doing that for you. And I was like, really, man? I figured you guys it would drive you guys nuts by now. But, you know, he's a cool guy, so, you know, you got to appreciate it. I mean, the guy sits next to Vince the whole time, probably spitting in his ear. Anyway, what did you guys think? What I want you to do right now, by the way, if you're watching this, what I want you to do right now if you're in the chat, before we get into this stuff, I want you to do me a favor, and I want you to stick that thumb. I want you to stick that like thumb. I want you to stick it up my ass. I want you to stick it up my ass. That's what I want you to do for old time's sake here on the Joe Cronin Show. And let's welcome in the man, the legend, the man that ate more potatoes than Uncle Sam last week, Jake DeMarco.
What's up, Jake? Potato. What's going on?
That was the lamest intro. I mean, like, after that, after kind of a debatable lame Raw, you know, an intro like that really isn't a good idea. But that being said, whatever, I did it. So, what's up to the chat? How you guys doing? And how are you doing, Jake?
I'm confused. I don't know quite how to feel. Like, some of the show was really good. It started off excellent, I felt. The crowd was white hot. I enjoyed everything Rollins had to say. Triple H kind of sucking up to him because, now he's, essentially the face. They always tend to do this, even when they didn't like Cena. Oh, we're going to put you on the cover of the game because you're the champ. Things like that. So it makes sense. What's best for business.
Listen, I know they think that this is like Triple H giving the endorsement, and Triple H kind of has to be there to guide him. But like you said, this is the same thing as Vince McMahon inserting himself in the wrong times. McMahon on SmackDown helped the segment. This time it felt like he was sharing the segment with Triple H. And while I think it was good, it reminds you that this is like that Seth Rollins is like a kid and Triple H is still guiding him in a way. And like that's not a superstar. That's a problem.
It worked out well only because of Dean Ambrose. If Dean didn't come out, then Triple H would have pretty much owned that entire segment. As you said, he didn't quite add to it, they as Vince did previously the week before. So it wasn't, it's not exactly Seth's fault either.
Right.
He's just not quite there. But he is over with the crowd. He's developing. I like the story they tried to tell. I enjoyed everything that Dean Ambrose said. That was fun. So the intro at least gave you a reason to stay focused on Raw as well, to find out who he's going to pick later on the night. Brock's there. Daniel Bryan's there. The vegan villains are in town. We're going to see what happens.
I'm going to give you two scenarios. First of all, I see the donations coming in, guys, and we're going to get into those. I also want to let you guys know there is a brand new $9.99 donation in honor of the network and Vince McMahon. $9.99. It's the what the fuck the point is, Vince, and it's $9.99. And that is the donation. Now, it doesn't work on Super Chat. It only works on Super Chat if you drop $50. But on Twitch Alerts and Streamlabs, it's $9.99. It's only $50 on Super Chat because there was no other slots available, so I put it there for the hell of it. Sometimes people drop $50, so at least there's something that goes off now. But it's $9.99 under the regular Twitch Alerts. I want to put that out there tonight, guys. If you hated Raw, probably the $9.99 is going to be the one you want to go with tonight. And I'll write down how many $9.99s we get tonight and find out just how much you hated Raw. That is the key donation tonight. The $9.99 will, if you hated Raw, use that. There's other ones you can use. Read the description box down below. But enough of that. Back to the segment. Thought it was an okay segment, like you said. Now, in the end of everything,
it was the proud father bestowing his, gratitude towards his son. Basically, that's kind of how it felt. Like you were saying, they weren't equals. It was one above the other. But Dean clapping back and being a sarcastic prick worked really well in context of, I know you better than he does. He stabbed you in the back. I had your back, and you screwed me. Their whole dynamic. I liked it.
At first, Triple H was taking over the segment like Vince did on Raw that last week. But then when Dean got involved, then Triple H kind of took the back seat, and then he did compliment it because of Dean in a weird way. So we saw like those two moments kind of mixed, I guess. But dude, I don't really want to pick apart the segment too much because I did like it.
No, I enjoyed it.
But didn't it come out to you that Seth was the third guy in the whole thing by the end of it?
He felt a little bit, behind the other two because there was more interest in Hunter and Dean facing off against each other.
And listen, I don't know what they're supposed to do to change that. And I'm maybe when they were doing the segment, they didn't think that was going to happen. But it's like once you saw the segment, I came out thinking like I was more interested in like, is Dean going to face Nia Jax or Triple H at WrestleMania? Because, like, that's the vibe I got. Like, which one of these people at either WrestleMania?
Yeah. When you think about it, I mean, Triple H and Dean, Hunter's more of this kind of babyface, character on television at this point. The crowd was chanting NXT.
Nostalgia, legend sort of thing.
Exactly. Same thing with the DX reunion. They're kind of riding off of that. We know that he's back in training mode again, healing off his surgery, so he'll likely be at Mania. Dean's a great person for him to face, really, because what else is Dean going to do?
Yeah, I mean, it is true. I even just typed in the chat, Dean does suck, kind of. I'm not really enjoying Dean Ambrose. I will tell you that. I have not really enjoyed Dean Ambrose. We're just talking about this specific segment.
Yeah, tonight I enjoyed him.
Yes.
Overall, it hasn't been great the only other time I enjoyed what he did was when he came out with the gas mask.
Originally, yeah, with the guys. Yeah, it was kind of cool.
But,
it was like, what's he doing?
It. Nothing else, no other promo or match or segment has really held my interest. But tonight worked because he was that sarcastic, smarmy, wise ass. And it just suits him so well. It really epitomizes the role that he's trying to portray. So,
well, let's hit up these sounds and see if we can trigger this shit.
Shit bomb.
Ambrose overselling of the curb stomp reminded me of Shawn Michaels overselling Hogan.
I didn't notice that. I might have to go back and watch that again. I did not see that. I thought he missed him with the curb stomp, and maybe I'm crazy. Ambrose overselling the curb stomp reminded me of Michaels overselling Hogan. ABELsalasJR, I'm going to have to look at that again. Because honestly, dude, I saw the one where he missed him, but I did not see the one that hit.
Let's be.
Hey, Jake, it looks like you can hear these. Yeah, so did you see that, Jake? I mean...
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to tweet it out, but it was like The Rock
Becky and Rhonda, great. Seth and Brock, not so great.
Old school, thank you for the $2. Appreciate it. Yeah, I can sum everything up to you pretty quickly. Let me just get into what I liked about Raw real quick. And before I do that, why don't you finish that thought again about the Dean selling, because I missed it.
Yeah, it was just like when The Rock used to really sell the stunner. That's exactly what it reminded me of. He really sold the curb stomp. He went ahead, he flopped forward, and then completely flipped head over heels. The Rock used to bounce himself all over the ring. Yeah, and I loved that as a kid. So
see, I did not like The Rock selling the stunner. I loved the old stunner when Steve Austin stunned people in '97 and '98. It was great. Once The Rock started doing it, I did not like it when he rolled and pushed his hands. It made it look... honestly, seriously, I'm not joking. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. This is how I felt back then. You could have asked me at WrestleMania 15. I went, what the fuck is The Rock doing?
Yeah, you said this before. That's not the first time you've come out with this.
It actually... Because I was kind of marking out at that time, believing in the shit, even though I knew it was fake, but I was kind of buying in big time. And when he rolled with his hands when I was a 15-year-old, I was like, what is he doing? And if like Shawn Michaels took the stunner, great. Lots of wrestlers took the stunner, great. The King of the Ring tournament, when Stone Cold used it, when he won that tournament, it looked like he broke people's necks when he used it. The Rock sell was a little ridiculous, but it was
more cartoonish.
But it was exciting still. But everything The Rock did was kind of like that, was kind of soft, but had a lot of excitement to it. So even though he did oversell it in that weird way, I still enjoyed it because... The Rock was exciting, but the WrestleMania 15 one was the worst one, I thought. But anyway, I say all that to say this. Did anybody watch tonight? I said this last night. By the way, look at all the super chats in the fucking chat right now. Holy shit. It's a fucking super chat party. And no, it's $9.99 is the new donation, not the $4.99. But here's the deal. Did I type $4.99 by accident? It's a $9.99. And it's not Super Chats either. Super Chat doesn't work $9.99. It's the Twitch alerts that's $9.99. Super Chat's $50, so use the $9.99 Streamlabs or whatever. But that being said, Jeff Jarrett delivering those right hands was... Dude, do you guys see how Jeff Jarrett delivers punches? It looks like he's really slugging people.
I paid more attention to it tonight just because you said it.
Right.
You were spot on.
Dude, he throws these sidearm punches, and it's like he's throwing them like he's really throwing punches. The wrestlers nowadays, they don't do that at all. I watch Seth and these other guys. They throw these soft things. It's so much more believable. Dude, I know Jarrett really didn't move around much, and the last punch he had was kind of lame. That was what he did. I thought he'd maybe do something, put him in a figure four or whatever. But those initial punches, when he was backing him up, those were very Bret Hart, Stone Cold type punches. And I thought of Stone Cold and Bret Hart, but it wasn't that I was thinking of Stone Cold and Bret Hart. It's just the style that those guys grew up with. And nowadays, these punches are so lame. And it's funny because the old punches back in the day were lame. So when an old guy maybe Greg the Hammer Valentine or somebody like that came up, and you'd see them, what they would do is they'd grab a guy by the top of his head and curl their wrist, and they would deliver these weird jabs to the face that were goofy, but they were short little jabs to the head because you couldn't really punch like that back then. So it's funny that the old school guys from even maybe the 70s or something, sometimes they had a funny jab. And now the current guys have this soft jab that's terrible. But there's Jarrett delivering shots, and you're that's a wrestling punch. That's what looks like a shot right there. And
he put all his weight and his body into it. His hips turn so it looks more effective. And that's what you need. You need to have that momentum behind it so that you believe that, holy crap, if that hit you, that's going to hurt.
What are the odds that they bring Jarrett back again? Because I'll tell you what, there was massive response to him.
Huge response. The crowd was... unbelievable. And it was great that, Renee didn't know the lyrics and the commentary was crapping on her for it. And that whole segment was a total hit for me. I was laughing, smiling. I really enjoyed that. Road Dogg, obviously, I know you and I in particular have a soft spot for. He was one of my favorites in the Attitude Era. Growing up, he was one of my all-time favorites. And anytime you get to see him come out and talk up the crowd, and I love the fact that people start chanting "Holy shit!" And he's like, "That's a family show, and it gets worse." And he's like, "I just made it worse, didn't I?" That killed me.
I think
he's like, "I'm sorry to the guys in the back. I just made it worse."
Sorry, guys, I made it worse. I love that he constantly breaks that fourth wall, and it's really funny. Remember the Paige thing when he was like, "What did he say to Paige?" Remember in that backstage video we watched?
Yeah.
And he was like,
something about
fire.
him ruin wrestling. He's like, I'll be over here ruining SmackDown.
Yeah, I'll be back here ruining SmackDown. Yeah, that's what he said, dude. Oh my God,
but
dude.
I marked out, and you know what they did, Joe? They didn't ruin a superstar. They brought back legends with Hall of Famer, however you want to label it, and they didn't bury a current talent.
Yep, Amazing. Elias beat their ass.
They didn't have the Revival getting beat by every single, legend. They let Elias look like a star.
Or they did.
And it was fun to watch.
Nothing's worse than what they did to the Ascension. Remember that? That was
that was brutal too.
That was real brutal.
You think about Heath Slater getting beat up by Lita, those kind of things, and as much of a comic relief he is, it's just anytime they seem to bring somebody up, it's always at the expense of the current talent. Elias, again, hit both of them with the guitar, looks like a total bastard heel, continues to have his stock risen up even higher because he worked with legends. It looks great. It was a fun segment. It was memorable. People will want to watch it on YouTube. It generates buzz. A lot of articles now are being put out. Jeff Jarrett returns to Raw. And Elias is not just a total footnote in there. He's actually included. So it's good all around. I want to praise them for what they did do right. So far, I really enjoyed the intro. I really like that segment. Dean and Seth's match, as much as we've seen them wrestle, dozens of times, they kept it interesting. And I think the dynamic that made it better for me tonight was the crowd. The crowd made it more enjoyable. When you have those white-hot electric audiences, it just amplifies the energy tenfold.
I didn't bail on it right away like many people on Twitter said, like, here we go, Seth and Dean again. I didn't love it. I didn't really like it, but I didn't hate on it like, oh, here we go again. Because I kind of, it did make sense with the story that was going on tonight, so I was okay with it in a way, but I wasn't really happy with it, but it wasn't bad. I just, again, I'm bored of it no matter what, but I get it. That it made sense in the context of what they did, so I gave it like a 50, like a 6 out of 10 or whatever in my own mind. Yo, Laura Rollins, maybe that's Seth's wife. No, I'm just kidding. Laura Rollins subscribing to the Joe Cronin Show. Thank you very much for that. Shout out to the chat and everybody in the chat. What's up? Ryback, get out of my chat, Ryback. Get out of my chat, Ryback, you son of a bitch. This is an anti-Ryback. He doesn't get it. The son of a bitch doesn't get it.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh,
donation time.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Primal Yang's recurve. Oh my god. Oh my god. Coming. Ah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Coming again. Oh my god. Oh my god. Leah, wake up.
Thank you, William Ritchie. Yes, that was my Diablo 3 Yang's recurve primal find. I'm excited to play tonight on Diablo because I've got that fucking recurve. If you're a Diablo fan, you get it. If you're not a Diablo fan, you're like, that guy sucks at life. I mean, but I totally get it, dude. Thank you, man. Why Ryback? Hashtag die Ryback die in the chat.
He's looking for that attention. Yeah, usually I'm the one to complain about, again, contradicting myself.
Shit bomb.
It made sense.
I don't know anyone's opinion yet, just tuned in. But the fans are getting what they want. Becky versus Ronda and Seth versus Brock. Seth will be the one to finally take the belt off Brock. And Becky will beat Ronda. So as of now, be happy. People love to bitch.
Yeah, I mean, Sasha's mouth blood. Thank you for becoming a $5 shit bum, Sasha's mouth blood. I appreciate that. I mean, dude, I can just tell you right off the bat real quick. My favorite segments of the night. I love the Double J segment. Some people thought that was cheesy, hated it, whatever the fuck. I enjoyed the Double J segment, and I loved Becky and Ronda squaring off. And those are my two favorite things that happened tonight out of I thought a bland show. But an okay show, but a bland show. I don't even know yet what to give it. Jake, is there something else that I'm missing that was good tonight?
No, and I feel bad for Ronda. I genuinely do. Her and Bayley had a good match. It was a really good match. I enjoyed that. Yet again, the women have been the best thing on the show. That's a fact. It just continues on and on. But
why do you feel bad
Ronda,
for her?
I felt bad because the crowd is just turning on her so rapidly because they want Becky.
That's okay, because you know what?
It is okay.
They loved her and they were cheering her and whatever. And certainly now she probably has no idea. She was rattled. She's never experienced that. She was very
rattled.
Dude,
she lost her line. She lost her place. She even said, you got me to stutter, something along the lines of that. You know, they had a way of knocking her down a peg.
You know what? Use it now. Use it now. Why don't you boo me again? Go ahead and boo me. Will you boo me when I rip off Becky Lynch's arms? Or when she kills Becky Lynch? All the people that told me that Nakamura couldn't say, tonight you die. When I said that Nakamura's catchphrase should be, tonight you die. And you all said, oh, you can't say that. Well, Ronda can say she literally threatened that she could murder, and she would murder you
with her bare hands. She said, I will kill you with my bare hands, and the only thing stopping me is me. That was great. And that's the thing. If she can get over her timidness with the crowd and really delve into that type of character, she can still be a face, but just get into it. Because what she said at the end, I even made sure, she's like, you got to learn something. You know, any ring I step into is mine. I own the ground under your feet. And she got so serious. Dude. You know, I'm going to own you at WrestleMania. And she spiked that fucking mic. That was beautiful.
I started jerking off. I'm not even kidding. I almost started jerking off. And I know
good.
And Vince Russo, I know you think that that's weird and gay or whatever the fuck you say. But yes, Vince Russo, bro, I almost started jerking off. I had a full-on cock for what was going on. Oh, maybe he doesn't think it's gay because I'm talking about the women's segment, so it's okay if it's the women. I don't know, Vince Russo, whatever you say, but here's the deal.
My cock could not have been harder. That was fucking hot, and that was an amazing, turn of events, especially seeing her go from rattled, timid, not scared, but definitely slightly intimidated of the crowd, and it came to a swell. It told a nice story. So the three things that I enjoyed tonight all told a relatively compact yet decent story. You know, she defeated Sasha's friend Bayley after last night. She climbed through another, notch in her belt, and that's when Becky comes out. And Becky's promo, obviously, top-notch, fantastic. Everything she said was great. The crowd made it even better. The reaction was the nuclear level, it was just so explosive.
You want me to nitpick? I'm going to nitpick real quick. The only thing I would have did with Becky, I would have had her not limp as much. I would have had her with a power limp walk to the ring. So she was kind of stumbling and whatever, but she would be walking more at a faster pace, selling it a little bit less than she was. I know that's a weird thing to pick apart. I know I'm a douche. But she just appeared to be a little too weak with that walk. I wanted her to limp a little less. She didn't have to make it so prominent. But that's just my little nitpick. Doesn't matter. I get it. I'm glad she was still selling the injury, so that's cool. It's way better than
at least they had some, continuity going on.
Yeah, it's much better than when she just walks down like normal. It's like, what, didn't you have a knee problem last night? Now she's okay. And Ronda brought it up. I want you at your best. I want the best Becky Lynch ever, so when I break you, whatever. Dude, I'm telling you. And you got to give it to Ronda. And the next time Ronda comes out there and that happens, she'll be prepared. She wasn't prepared tonight because she was like, whoa, what's going on? Probably in her head. And they were loud, trying to talk boo over her because they were so pissed. But this is really good. Like, I don't care what people say. Anybody who's saying, oh, that's how they treat Ronda, no, fuck that. This is great. You need to have a good guy and a bad guy. It is way better when there's a good guy and a bad guy. And if this forces Ronda to go bad guy, awesome. If it doesn't and she just stays Ronda and let the people do whatever, that's fine too, because the people are going to side with Becky because they want Becky so bad right now. This is Daniel Bryan and Batista at WrestleMania again all of a sudden. So let me tell you this. This is really good news. This is not bad. This is not bad. Ronda is not doing a bad job. She's doing a great job. This is great. This is 100% good news. The worst thing would be if the crowd was split or they were just kind of like, oh, the two people we like are going at it. What's happening? No, you want people to choose, and they have, at least tonight they did. See what the other crowds are like. But tonight, this crowd, that reaction, that makes things way better. At WrestleMania, it will make things way better to have a decisive crowd. And these two, and Ronda can actually hold her own on the mic for the most part. So can't Becky, and Ronda can have a match. She's a little bit weird, sloppy weird, but in a way it works because that's just her. So it's working. It's weird, dude. But it is working. I can't believe it. That was the best thing.
It's connecting, and it's causing. What is this emotion? We have not felt this way in quite some time. To be excited and looking forward to something and have an emotional attachment. And I'm okay with the good guy being the bad one and the bad guy being or bad girl in this case, and good woman. They kind of flipped roles, and it works perfectly. And I don't think Ronda has to turn heel at all. I think she can just capitalize on the I am the everything. And I like what she said, too, when she finally found her footing. While you were training, I was main eventing in a sport that did not want women at all. She made some great valid points, and she had ground to stand on. I am so all about this. I hope this is the main event of WrestleMania, and I cannot wait to see this match.
I'm glad you brought that up. This was the first time. This is the first time that I thought to myself, if this is the main event, I'm okay. I'm okay with this main eventing WrestleMania. The first time I felt that way. I am now on board for that to main event WrestleMania. Let's do it.
Here we go.
And they will.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no.
How about my smoking hot wife tonight, Becky? Smiling face with hard eyes, face blowing a kiss, growing heart, red heart. Crowd made Raw better. Wonder if those guys with JCS signs got a clapping hands.
Yeah, I gotta tell you.
WWE dumped on M5. Awesome.
I appreciate that. Yeah, WWE Fade to Black, they tweeted out. I tweeted it. They tweeted out Zack Ryder with my sign in it. So everybody should go retweet that and like it now, just to show WWE that we're going to like and retweet the hell out of when you tweet out the Joe Cronin Show sign. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, commentary was not good, though. That was certainly... those are the only things I liked about Raw at this point. It's much easier to talk about the things I liked.
Usually when I grade Raw, the final scores are between 6 and 10, but not tonight. Raw sucked 4 out of 10, which is 40% the grade of an F.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about there with you, CJ Crumb. I mean, I'm giving it a lower score. Thank you for becoming a $5 shit bum. I'm giving Raw tonight probably a 4.5 out of 10. Only because, yeah, you had a couple of really, I thought, great segments. In my opinion, I enjoyed the Elias thing with Double J, and I loved Ronda and Becky. Seth Rollins' match was all right. And pretty much after that, I don't think there was another thing that I really enjoyed.
What the fuck the point is, Vince? What the fuck the point is, Vince? What the fuck the point is, Vince?
Where do you send Jewish kids with attention deficit disorder?
Oh, no.
Concentration camp.
Oh,
what do
my
black
God.
people use for a piñata? Their uncle. White woman had a baby
my
boy
God.
with a Chinese man. They named the child Harry Dong.
Oh, my God, dude.
Jesus.
Racist asshole. That is insanely fucked up racist asshole. Oh, my God, dude. The fucking
Always
racist.
chiming in.
Racist asshole, dude. That is so... Dude, the new $9.99 donation, and that's the first one that goes off. I roll out a new donation of $9.99, like the WWE Network, and that's the first one that plays. Jesus
That's
Christ.
how they christen it.
That is fucked up.
This is why we don't have nice things.
What a cracker.
Chat party.
Fucking Jesus.
Had Raw on mute for 2 hours ordering my softball gear for my March Rec League.
What?
Goddamn, Renee Young sucks. I think Tony Romo would do better.
Yeah, I think you might be right,
Tony
Mark
Romo.
McGurk. Yeah, Tony Romo is a dude. What the fuck? Yes, Justin Ryan is the guy who brought the JCS sign. Mark McGurk, thanks for the money, dude. And there's the JCS sign. Thanks to Justin Ryan. He says, yeah, no one gave me any shit for my sign other than a few SJWs behind me who told me to put it down. Probably held it up too much.
Super chat.
I hate people that do that. You're there for the show. Deal with it.
G_G. G_G.
Egg Dirty Boy 77. Thanks for the $4.99. Unfortunately, if you like spam stuff, it knows it won't read it all. But
yeah.
Egg, thank you for the donation though, man. And yeah, I mean it can be annoying if someone's holding it up all the time. He wasn't holding it up that much, and I don't know. Road Dogg will not take your Joe Cronin Show signs. He's a good guy.
Hey, anytime I saw it was when like the audience all had signs up. It wasn't just staying up during constant matches and promos and stuff. If you have people that are being overly obnoxious, that's a different story.
Scott Hall had the best sell for the stunner.
Oh yeah, dude. I actually did like Scott Hall. Scott Hall's was kind of like, in a way, the Rock's without the roll. He kind of like fell over onto his back, like he was taking a gliding bump. But I honestly like the awkward ones. I like the ones where it looked like someone's neck got broken. I don't know. I love those ones. Stowe Code, Steve Boston.
Damn it! None of these WWF superstars now can equate to the Stone Cold Steve Austin of 1997.
Hell yeah, take my pants off.
Richie Black. Thanks for following me on Twitch, man. Twitch.tv/Joe Cronin JCS. I'll be streaming some Diablo tonight.
See, back in 1997, Steve Austin come in the middle of the damn ring, and I would whoop somebody's ass.
What the fuck the point is, Vince? What the fuck the point is, Vince? What the fuck the point is, Vince?
What the fuck was the point of the Rumble last night, Vince? If you force Rollins into a squash with the fucking part-timer at Mania. 4/10.
Wow, Triple Gaming giving it a 4 out of 10 with the new $9.99 donation. The $9.99. You can get the WWE Network for just $9.99. Triple Gaming, thanks, man. I'm just more mad about McIntyre. I mean, luckily that match didn't end with him losing, but Dolph Ziggler eliminating him. I mean, dude, if he's not going to get retribution on Ziggler, why did that happen? Unless they're going to have a WrestleMania match down the road. I mean, why not have Dolph Ziggler's career on the line and Drew McIntyre retires him? I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. Dolph Ziggler eliminated a guy who was hot. Even fucking my buddy Sean Ross tweets out like he's dead. Like, what did they do? They killed another guy.
Yep.
Elias broke 10,000 guitars. Never drew a dime.
Dude, it's sad that Double J and Elias... Double J and Road Dogg are more over than most of the roster.
You've got a new subscriber.
It's just terrible what's going on. Chef Joel Carpenter, thank you for subscribing to the channel.
Problem is, as much as I love the segment, this is my nitpick
it was
moment
goofy.
of the night. It still doesn't lead to anything. Again, I was talking with Diva Bio before, and he's like, Elias strums his guitar for the millionth time, but it leads to nothing. Sadly, he's right, because great segment tonight, but is Jeff Jarrett going to come out every week for them to feud? No, so what is Elias going to do next?
It's clear now, Jake. It's clear. I mean, Elias is. It's always who's the next person we can do this with Elias.
Yeah,
it's always and he's gone back heel apparently so that they could do that, and they're going to go back to it. It's going to be I wouldn't be surprised if Hogan's next.
I wouldn't doubt it. They're just going to go down the line with whoever they can get to come out and interrupt him. He's always been interrupted, and I just wish we could see him as the Intercontinental Champion, and then in a legit feud while still being interrupted. Maybe
I could see Elias sitting in the ring at WrestleMania saying, "You know what? I've sang songs in every state around this country, in front of every single crowd, and what I can tell you right now is something's wrong with the good old USA." It might be time for Elias to pick up his guitar and go somewhere else. Go to Canada. Go to Mexico. Oh, never mind. They're all dirty down there. But I'm going to go somewhere where people appreciate my music, because right now, America, you've been nothing but nasty to me, and I've given you brilliance. I've given you some of the greatest songs of the last decade, and nobody cares, and none of you deserve it, and then he can just do that, and then Hulk Hogan can come out, and then he can go into his whole this is America, blah blah blah, and then he can, give him the whole big boot and everything and take out Elias at WrestleMania in a dumb segment. I mean, you see that coming. Like, that's all they use Elias for these kind of moments where he comes out, the crowd's excited for him a little bit, and then they tone down, and then he goes into his heel stuff, then he plays the song, and then when people are kind of groaning a bit, whoom, someone big comes out or something wild happens, and then the crowd pops for that. I mean, it's just, they've used it like probably 15 times now, and it's clear that it's not about wrestling matches with Elias at all, and it won't be. It just won't be at this point, you can tell. It's about creating those entertaining moments. And I'm kind of okay with that, because even with that, he's still one of the most entertaining guys on the roster and in the company, and it's not annoying. Like, you know who got annoying with this was, with the comedy stuff was, what's his name? God damn it, the guy who did the snake, put the sock on, and did the jabbing to the throat.
Santino Marella.
Santino Marella, dude. There was a point in time where, oh my God,
Cobra!
Dude, I hated him. Like, I was, oh my God, did I hate him at some point. And he got really annoying. Elias, it's still kind of fun.
Shit bum!
What's up, Joe and Jake? We really did have Ronda Shook tonight in Phoenix, and I was loving every minute of it.
Yeah, what's up, Justin Ryan? And there's Justin Ryan, the guy who brought the sign. It really did have Ronda Shook tonight in Phoenix, and I was loving every minute. You had a great seat. Justin, I want to thank you, bro. Thank you so much for the $5 and bringing my sign. Not only does he bring the sign, get it tweeted out by WWE's Twitter account and all over the place, but he actually donates to the show too. Justin, you are a beast, and anytime anybody brings a sign to Raw, we are gonna, or SmackDown or anywhere, we are gonna pump it up all night long.
Super Chat Party.
I hope it's not the main event. Thumbs down, dark skin tone.
Yeah, Dorian Moore, thank you for the $1.99. I don't know, man. Like, I don't mind if it is now. I really don't. I mean, I'm not some SJW who's like, oh God, we have to have the women now. It's time. It's time. It's about time. Or it's time. Dude, what the fuck are these SJWs talking about with Nia Jax? Dude, somebody
so upset.
Somebody wrote, "Oh, this is such an inspiration." What dude? This is these millennial fucks. Like, my buddy
that have no clue.
Dude, my buddy on Twitter, who's a good wrestler, but he's 27 years old. He actually Facebooked out. He said, "What an inspiration! It's about time." I said, "Dude, are you an idiot? Women have already done this stuff. This isn't new. It's almost like it's like, dude, women were doing this." And then you SJWs were all like, we can't be beating up women, take them out, blah, 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 don't do that. Then when
you're basically, you're promoting violence against women,
but
and
I don't mind
domestic
it.
abuse.
I don't mind that. Now, I don't think you are promoting it. See, there's two different SJWs. There's the one that's saying, oh, inspirational for Nia Jax. It's so inspirational. Why? Why is it? What are you talking about? No, it isn't. And then number two, there's the SJW who's like, she shouldn't be in there getting beat up by men. How sick. Kids watch this show. You're teaching domestic violence.
This is a family show. Yeah, I was agreeing with you, though. I'm saying that, the reason it stopped.
They're fighting with each other.
Afraid to do it. Yeah, because
you stupid SJWs are fighting with each other. You dumb fucking idiots. I don't care if Nia Jax gets beaten by a guy. I don't care if Nia Jax steps in the men's rumble. It's not inspirational.
Candice LeRae was in the women's rumble. She had some of the best intergender matches. Some
Absolutely.
Of the best. Oh my God!
Everybody
she gave all the men runs for her money. Then getting super kicked by both young bucks at the same time. Come on, get out of here.
By the way, I want to remind everybody in Massachusetts, New Bedford, Massachusetts, February 1st, Top Rope Promotions in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Go check it out on Brown Bag Tickets and on Facebook. I will be there doing commentary and hanging out probably. February 1st, it's just a few days away. New Bedford, Massachusetts, Top Rope Promotions. Going to be a big show. Tell them Joe Cronin sent you. If you go, you tell them at the gate, Joe Cronin sent you. Joe Cronin on commentary. He's got a big cock. But no, seriously. And it was a good time last time at Top Rope Promotions. We'll see you there. And what else do I get to say? Yes. So the SJWs just need to relax. It's not inspirational. Here's why it's not. Because we already saw China do it. We already saw a bunch of other women do it. These people are only cheering this because they want a virtue signal. So many wrestlers are virtue signaling nowadays. They're like, so inspirational. No, it really just isn't. No, it's not. It was inspirational when, like, the women first got their, like, championship on SmackDown or whatever. Or like, when... I don't know. It's just not. That wasn't inspirational last night. That's already happened. Do we see Mae Young be powerbombed off a stage by Bubba Ray Dudley?
I was there for that. You're not breaking new ground at this point.
Sorry,
with Nia Jax.
yeah, sorry. This isn't new. You didn't win. You didn't win the culture war or the women's rights war, whatever imaginary thing that's in your head. You didn't win, or this isn't some trend that you helped start. No,
this isn't Rosa Parks refusing to move her seat. You know,
it's already been
that's
here.
how they treat it, though.
Yeah, they treat it like, because they're Nimrods.
She's the next revolutionary. Get the fuck out
These
of
are
here.
people that are under 28 years old that are fucking idiots. Like most of them. Not everybody is, but I mean these are the type of people. It's like you are literally just making up your own history to feel good about yourself. No, we've already done this. It's already happened. Sorry, it's not inspirational. And it's just a fucking decision in wrestling. All right? You know what would be inspirational? If a black wrestler was actually treated like a human being and he won the world title. Maybe that would be inspirational.
What? Blasphemous.
But that won't happen.
That's not
because
allowed.
if you don't suck and jive, Little Richard.
Shelton Benjamin just got eliminated. Shelton Benjamin's still in the ring. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant the other Shelton Benjamin. You mean Apollo Crews? Yeah, the other Shelton Benjamin.
The other black guy that doesn't dance.
Oh my God, that was so embarrassing.
Well, they don't. You know, Shelton doesn't dance and Apollo doesn't dance, so we don't really recognize them as a human. But no, seriously, my point is that I am no SJW. I'm just saying that, you know, stop white knighting like motherfuckers, WWE. You stupid meatheads. And the commentary is AIDS. WWE, your commentary is no longer commentary. It is no longer Jim Ross. By God, they've killed him. It is no longer Vince McMahon. What a maneuver! It is no longer Gorilla Monsoon. It is no longer Bobby the Brain Heenan. It is no longer Jerry the King Lawler. It is 3 robotic game show hosts standing in front of the camera with just boring looks on their face, clearly acting, clearly repeating scripts, who all appear that they would do a better job hosting The Price is Fucking Right than being wrestling sports commentators. And all you got to do, and all you got to do is line up me or Mauro Ranallo or somebody else, Nigel McGuinness, Ian Riccaboni, whatever. You want to throw whoever, Matt Stryker, you add up all those people and you put them next to these robots, you put them next to these game show hosts, it is evident that this is a game show. When you see Corey Graves standing there with his hands folded together and talking like a robot, dude, Corey Graves should be hosting The Price is Right, not WWE Raw.
Super chat. And then he got Tommy. I want women to succeed.
Congrats to Romo on final making the Super Bowl, by the way.
That's just Tommy because he thinks people think he hates women now. So, see, he's virtue signaling. Fade to Black, thank you, bro. Appreciate that, Fade to Black. How about the making fun of Maroon 5? That was fucking hilarious.
That was good.
Hell yeah. Take my pants off.
Who's the Twitch follower? Let me get him. Knee to Throats. Thank you for following me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Joe Cronin JCS. The link for my Twitch is down below in the description.
But the reason I'm being so harsh on tonight, I mean, there was so much else.
You know it's going to be a triple threat between Brock vs. Seth vs. Daniel. Seems like that's where they're heading. Just keep burying Samoa Joe and all the others so he and everyone quits, goes to AU and blows the roof off those places. Hate the 11 p.m. ending.
I'll tell you what, Haskell 420, I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be a triple threat. If it is a triple threat, first of all, they'll probably realize they need help and do that. But if they do that, that is really going to underwhelm everybody on that. That would be, dude, that will piss me off like you wouldn't believe, Haskell. That would be a damn nightmare.
I'm having a hard time believing that Charlotte is not going to be the third wheel somehow. # I'm gonna kill him, John.
I'm gonna kill him, John. Mavado, thank you for the 316. Listen, if any one of those things happen, either Charlotte gets added or somebody else gets added to Seth and Brock, that will delegitimize everything and piss me off. That will send me into a furious rage from which nobody has ever seen before. Okay?
I hate triple threats just as much, but Eddie Gomes just let us know that it's official. Rollins will face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 35. They tweeted it out. WWE.
Well, they went. I think they timed it wrong tonight.
Yep.
Javier.
Becky Lynch has 10 letters in her name. 316. 3 + 1 + 6 is 10. Illuminati confirmed. No, but seriously. I'm meeting Becky Lynch in 3 weeks and I'm gonna tell her that she's the man and that I've never wanted to fuck a man more than ever. I love her.
I appreciate that, Javier, and man, I'll tell her you love her, man. That's epic. I gotta say, yeah, they mistimed Raw tonight, and that's why going off the air at 11 sucks. And there you go. That's stupid. So we missed the whole point of the whole show. We missed it.
To get it, man. Here we go.
I heard Daniel came out, but I don't see that anywhere else.
Oh no!
They bailed on it.
Every time I see Brock, I think of Tommy. And why is Nia attacking the guys now? I hope this leads to an intergender match. If not, this is pointless.
J18, thank you for the donation of $5. Here's the problem. I hope you're ready for whatever man she fights to lose. And by the way, if she's going to fight anyone, it's going to be Dean or Mustafa Ali. So that's basically it. And if she does, I mean, the guy has to lose. Maybe not, though. They beat her up in the Rumble. There was conflicting arguments last night, and I understand the arguments. I understand that I was upset about what happened last night. And by the way, if you're new to my channel, subscribe down below or your dad's going to get AIDS. Listen, I understand what they did. And while at first I hated it, I was just so angry at stuff. And when Seth won, I finally calmed down a bit. Like, all right, well, at least Seth won. I'm not that happy about the Rumble, but all right, whatever. And I went back and watched it. And then it was kind of funny what they did, I guess. It was better the second time for me. I don't know if that was different for anybody else. But, you know, they beat up a woman. I mean, you know, I don't have a problem with that. I am actually shocked beyond belief. Now, WWE is trying to paint it as, oh, how inspirational it was that Nia stepped in there with to face the men. And that is such a contradiction of the social justice warrior stuff. It's such a contradiction. I don't mind it because I like it, and who cares? It's a story. How come in movies you can beat the shit out of women? You know, but you can't do it in WWE. None of the PG stuff makes any sense whatsoever. None of the SJW makes any sense. There's so many flaws. When there's this many flaws and holes and plot and things, that's why you know it's bullshit. Because it's just bullshit. Domestic violence against women, terrible thing. You know, a sports competition where like men and women might start fighting, kind of shocking, but it's entertainment. It's an okay thing. It's not bad. You know what I mean? And in a movie, domestic violence, if it's portraying real life for a reason, or if it's on Cops, the TV show, there's nothing wrong with that. Because it's a story, or it really happened and you're documenting it. There's really just no problem with it. People make up this shit. Yes, real domestic violence is not good. Entertainment domestic violence, that's a different story. This is what's wrong with comedy nowadays. All these comedians are all fighting with each other nowadays. Oh, you really shouldn't have said that. Or, oh, geez, I can't believe you're going to say stuff like that. It's fucking comedy, you cunt! All these comedians attacking each other over who's the more virtue signaling of the other one. Dude, what happened to comedy? Comedy is dead. Somebody bring George Carlin back to life so we can beat the shit out of all these pussy-ass cunt, comedian, SJW, granola-eating, soy boy, sandwich-licking, fucking half-ass homo fucking cocksuckers we got out there for comedians. Because comedians nowadays are pussies. 80% of them are pussies, and they're worried about what they might say. But who can blame them when everybody doxes and attacks and bans comedians all over the place? If you say the wrong thing in Canada, they'll take you to jail. They'll take you to jail in Canada if you fucking joke about something.
God forbid.
What is happening? Someone. You need, everybody listening to this needs to fight back. Fuck this shit, dude. Like, you can do 2 years in Canada. You can do a year in Canada for just fucking joking about misgendering somebody. Dude, That is the most dangerous bullshit I have heard, and it's coming to America. It's coming to America. So let me put my shades on, because I don't want to get blinded by the bullshit that's coming from our government and our fucking goddamn Hollywood cocksuckers in this country, because you've made this country suck. You've made everything in this world and country bland. I noticed that the other day, Jake. I was thinking about what's the difference between right now and between 2007 and between 1998. And I realized everything now is bland. Where is Korn? Where is the Limp Bizkits? Where is the Slipknots? Where are the fucking metal bands? Where are the dangerous rappers? Where are the weird shit, the Beavis and Buttheads? Where are the Married with Children's? Where are the shows that are just whacked out and out there? Everything nowadays is cookie cutter. And
you can't have
shitty.
anything that defies authority or is even the slightest bit subjective or you know, it insinuates anything that doesn't line up with the common values of the people at this point in time. And like you said, no, you may have the idea of freedom of speech in the country still, but realistically you don't. Even though you won't go to jail as of right now, you're not going to get arrested if you say the wrong thing. Your life is ruined. As you said before, they will dox you. They will get you fired, banned, you know, registered as a sex offender, all sorts. You know, you're absolutely ruined for the rest of your life, and you don't even have to actually do anything. And even if you apologize for not doing anything wrong, your apology is not good enough because you didn't mean it. I mean, look at
the whole country's a mess right now. If you're
misinformation rules the world. Look at what happened with those kids with the MAGA hats at the the class trip that they had.
Right, yeah.
That wasn't even what happened. You know, we found out later from another video the actual situation. But by that point in time, the school had to be closed down because of death threats. The kids had to be put into protection because they were being stalked and harassed. And that wasn't even the case of what had happened. The truth doesn't matter. It only
everybody
matters.
Is under attack. Everybody is under attack.
Everybody.
If you're black, you're looked at many times as a criminal. You know, if you're Asian, you're looked at a certain way. If you're white, you're looked at as a Trump-supporting racist. Like, just everybody is can be looked at in a negative light by a group now. Every single one of us can be looked at in a negative way. But we never have seen the type of doxing and attacks and whatever that we've seen now. And what that's done is made comedians afraid. It's made social media people afraid. It's made everybody afraid. And you have a docile cookie-cutter culture. And that's why mostly the WWE plays it safe. And everybody plays it safe. Dude, people still know who Metallica is. Where's all the new bands? Where's the next Metallica? Where's the next Korn? Where's the next, whatever, Slipknot? Where's the next rock band to take over? They're not there. We're still hanging on to those bands. Most of the kids nowadays, they listen to fucking goddamn fucking, wanna make it fucking go, what is all, you don't make a hoe, bust a no, what a foe, what a toe, what a do, what the fuck is going on, dude? And everything
Instagram
sucks.
Musicians.
Everything is just docile, cookie cutter. Like movies are like that. The movies suck ass now. Now the movies come out, it's mostly about sending an SJW message to everybody, as opposed to giving us entertainment and good dialogue. You don't get that. I think maybe fucking, who is it? What's his name? Quentin Tarantino is still doing that stuff. But that's it. All the people that were big in the 80s or 90s or early 2000s, those people are still here doing decent. But there's no new explosion for something.
Yeah, but they also had to tone down what they did exponentially.
Right. Nothing
they couldn't, you know, profit off of their original platforms.
And this is not me sounding like some old fogey, and maybe it is a little bit because I'm 34 only. But this is me realizing there is a change. There is a monotony, a moderation of fucking metacore right now. It is
a pussification of America. Society as a whole.
I can't tell you. Dude, listen, when old people used to say this when I was a kid too. They used to be like, I feel so bad for you. You know, you don't understand. The 70s was great. Yeah, the 70s was great, but so wasn't the 80s. And so wasn't the 90s. And even the early 2000s were pretty damn good. In the mid 2000s. But I
think the anonymity of the internet is what ruined a lot of people, because everyone can hide behind that. You know, you have this surge of internet tough guys where everyone can be outspoken when really they couldn't even speak to you in public because they're stuck with crippling anxiety. You know, they could be these keyboard warriors who have no fear and no hesitation to ruin someone's life over something that they're not even really passionate about. They're just under the ideal.
This is not an attack on the kids, too, really. I want to say that. But that's why this isn't like old fogey Cronin going after. This is not an attack on the younger kids. It's mostly it's the older people's fault. It's the older people who are like, oh, we had our fun. Now we're going to try to roll it back and fucking control everybody. It's like Al Gore when they tried to shut down music. I bet you Al Gore was a motherfucker when he was young, but Tipper Gore and him tried to shut down that shit in the 80s. That's what happens. People have their fun, and then they realize that maybe we shouldn't have done that, and then they try to tell everybody else how to act. Those people have gotten their way. It's like the people in the 70s. Oh, we're going to smoke all this weed, the baby boomers. We're going to smoke weed and do drugs and love and everything. What happened? They traded all that in for a bunch of bullshit in their 40s and 50s. Well, that's what's happened again. We all had our fun in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, and now these people are in the government or around the world are just like, that was bad. Listen, I want the world to be like Star Trek, too. It's a pretty fucking utopian place. I enjoy the show, and I enjoy the shit. But this is not the right way to go about it, man. You got to do it naturally. Let's play the donations.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Funny that they never mentioned that China actually won a Rumble, ha. Oh yeah, she doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Hashtag him gonna kill him, John.
Mavado, thanks for the donation. I will give them credit. They did mention China tonight. They did say her. Maybe twice they did.
Yeah, they did. And to bring everything you just said back to wrestling, every time WWE seems lately to push the envelope a little bit, everyone says and clamors for the Attitude Era. Let's bring back, TV 14 and get rid of the PG era. And they try and do something just a little bit edgy. They bring a woman in to face a man, or they say something, or they swear a little bit. They do something a little unorthodox with a backstage topless, innuendo type, sexually based, sketch. And what happens? People lose their mind. Not a vast majority of people, but the loudest majority. That's the unfortunate part. It might only be a small minority, but they certainly are the loudest.
You also train the moderate people to start hating it too. Like, I saw a lot of people today that are cool people that are like me and you, and we like edgy stuff, but they've been so trained that they were like, how can the WWE attack Nia? How come that's okay? They wrote that. And it was like, dude, you're actually not helping. You should be everybody should cheer this, because at least they're being open-minded about doing these things. But I wasn't last night. I was angry. But I wasn't angry that they beat up a woman. I was angry that Nia Jax was out there and all these other goofy people had Rumble spots when there could have been a couple more exciting people to come out. And that's what I was mad about. That's it.
That was one of the things I died laughing about tonight, was for the UNICEF promo, the Kid Power promo they had, talking about sending stars to schools. I saw a tweet saying, like, students, we have a big surprise. We have a WWE superstar coming in today. All the kids are like, is it John Cena? No. Is it Roman Reigns? No. Even better, it's No Way Jose. One of the kids just jumps out the fucking window,
Hey, did you see the Gillette commercial? They had a new commercial where with the Seattle Seahawks player who doesn't have a hand, and he was like all the stuff he had to do with no hand, but working hard, and then he gets into the NFL, and now he's a football player, and it was like Gillette, the best a man can get, and I'm like, that's a fucking commercial. I mean, it still was a little SJW, but that's a commercial still.
Yeah,
and there you go.
I've yet to see it.
I saw it. I was like, oh, that's hilarious. They clearly were, I don't know, trying to make...
They're trying to recover, absolutely.
Recover from what they did.
On YouTube, Frank Davis makes a great point. He said, look at it now. We have to find out from a tweet that Seth and Brock are facing each other. I mean, obviously, that's the way it was going, but we never heard Seth say, I'm definitely facing you. We didn't have that final confirmation, and because they no longer have the overrun, we didn't get the Daniel Bryan portion. You knew he was there. We saw him backstage. He was supposed to come out. I was looking forward to the three of them being in the ring.
Quite honestly, Jake, I thought AJ was going to come from the crowd to attack Bryan.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much more they could have done with this. I was so disappointed to see Seth get 5 F5s, 4 F5s.
Well, they got anxiety is what happened. And they just, all that. all that build up all show was for nothing because everybody that disagreed with me that the runoff was, they were like, thank God it ends at 11 o'clock. Why would you ever want that? It ruins the show. The idea that it could be 11, 11:05, 11:10, 11:20. One time it was 11:27. That's awesome. You don't know what's going to happen. Now you do know what's going to happen.
Know how bad they are at time management.
Well, you know,
they're terrible.
Honestly, though, dude, I don't want to say that. I want to say they're pretty good with time management. They do for what they do. This is really difficult. I think 95% of the time they nail it as far as time goes, or at least
I should change my definition. They don't allot the proper time, I feel, to certain things. They give other bullshit too much. So when it comes to the important segments, it feels like we always get that.
I agree with that. I don't always agree with their time management, but their execution of timing is usually on point for what they have to do. But
because they have to be for commercial breaks.
They fucked this up tonight, though. And I knew it because I heard Lesnar's music, I think, at 10:56. And I said, Jesus, this is going to be a joke of a segment if this is just starting. Anyway, this was tweeted out by Sausage. He says, every time Joe does this, I lose it.
If you don't suck and jive, a little Richard. Showing back. If you don't suck and jive, a little Richard.
I wonder if I'm not saying I'm going to be dead serious with what I say in a second, and I'm not trying to do anything. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be out of place. I'm not trying to insinuate anything, really, but I am going to ask the question. I wonder if Vince McMahon was molested by a black guy when he was younger or masturbated to them. I'm wondering. Only because it's just some kind of weird thing he's got for that dancing, big muscly. Like, and there's something to do. There's something up with that. I don't know what it is. And if the person does not dance, I mean, The Rock is different. He was half Samoan. He's got something in for the Samoans. I don't know what that's about either. It's like you mix Samoan with black and forget about it for Vince. He's just waxing his carrot. But there's just something weird there. I don't know what it is. And it's like not good, but good if they dance. So if they dance, it's great. If they don't dance, then you're done. And I wonder why it's such a finite one or the other. And I don't know what that reasoning is. I'm going to, with all dead serious...
There's some skeleton in his closet.
I'm not even joking, man. There's not joking.
There has to be something to it.
You're right, Farouk. Farouk, you got a good point. Farouk did not dance. Farouk did not, but he also didn't become champion.
Exactly. You know, it's not blatant racism, but there's something there. There's something
weird
to it.
But then he loves it. But if you dance, he loves you. Like, it's bizarre. Maybe I don't know, maybe like a dancing black man saved him once. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's very strange. It's just something. I got a feeling like, a little Richard.
Well, think about it. He's very, I'm trying to voice this the right way, but I don't want to say like outright stereotypical, but when you look at all of the gimmicks people have had, they are very stereotyped.
Coco beware. He even wanted Dusty Rhodes to be black.
Yeah, I mean, you've had your garbage men, your painters, your plumbers, your dentists, and he finds a way to stereotype people to his liking, and not just gimmick wise, but also we've seen behind the scenes as well. So I don't know. There's got to be something more to it. There's a reason why Crime Time was treated in such a fashion. There's a reason why we've seen so many hillbillies. Treated like complete moron. He just sees people a certain way, and
at the very least, if you dance, you stay around for a while usually, right? Like Farouk, like he was like, nah, The Rock's taking that spot, forget it. Like he bailed on Farouk. This guy had been the world champion in WCW, I believe, the first black champion when he was Ron Simmons. It was WCW, I believe. I'll never forget that pop. And in WWE, he had a prominent role there, but it wasn't until he became a tag team he lasted there somehow. But everybody else, Godfather was Papa Shango, then Godfather was Kama Mustafa. He kind of was going nowhere really, and then he became the Godfather, and he got that strut down to the ring and everything, and Vince liked that. Ahmed Johnson never danced. He did look good though, and he mysteriously never got his shot. All of a sudden, by the way, I don't think he necessarily could have been the champion, but guys like I thought Diesel was as boring as Ahmed Johnson at a point. I thought Diesel and Ahmed Johnson, neither one of them could. Like Diesel is the white version of Ahmed Johnson. He's like a big dude. He's cool and stuff, but he's not the greatest. I mean, yes, Kevin Nash became pretty cool when he went over to NWO. But in WWE as Diesel, I didn't think he was that cool. He was Big Daddy cool, but I didn't think he was that cool. And I thought he was just whatever. And Ahmed Johnson, same thing. Thought he was kind of a badass. Pretty cool. Maybe an IC champ. That's about it.
Yeah, they both felt like mid card.
He had good music. I didn't want to play his music and get a copyright, so I'll just fucking.
You can get copyright strikes now just for humming themes.
What? Oh, come on.
I saw somebody. It's not bullshit. Somebody hummed a theme and got it from UMG the other day.
Bad News Brown. Yeah, that's a good point. Bad News didn't last too long though, and Vince loved saying Bad News Brown, but even he didn't do so well, right? He did for like what I don't know how long Bad News Brown worked for the WWE. I want to say 4 years, but maybe he was working with the WWE when Vince's dad was there, but I don't think he did. I think he came on around 85 and was there until about 89, but I think Bad News Brown was working for another promotion, and Vince scooped him from that, and that might have been because some other guys mentioned working with him. D'Lo Brown, yeah, D'Lo Brown had the whole head thing, and again, it's something to do with that. When you act like that, Vince, that's kind of a dance, so he kind of got a push. It makes sense. D'Lo wasn't really dancing, but D'Lo kind of came down and did this strut, and then he went with his head. Vince like that. I'm just
Junkyard Dog had the strong stereotype, obviously.
Junkyard Dog was he didn't. Yeah, he had. I mean, it's always got.
I don't think Booker T would have succeeded as well as he did in the company had he not already been successful elsewhere.
Or the Spinaroonie. If Booker T didn't have the Spinaroonie.
Yeah,
it's always going to be. It's
that
always
as well too. I mean, that was a huge part of his.
They're like carnival people to Vince. But here's the thing, which it's like that. It is like that. But here's the other thing about Booker T. I mean, don't forget, him not beating Triple H at that WrestleMania.
The 30 seconds it took to get the pinfall off of the pedigree.
Why did not happen, Vince? Why
and all
did
the
Booker
racism
T
before that? People like you and those comments.
Now listen, I'm not trying to go into I'm not trying to be an SJW here. I'm legitimately analyzing this, and I will say that mostly it's usually 70%, white. Wrestlers. It's just there's a lot more white wrestlers. There always have been. There's more diversity in wrestling there ever has been, but still, it's very hard to get over in wrestling. So think of all the white superstars that you thought could be something that never were, right? Think of all the white guys you thought could get over and then didn't, or their push stopped for some weird reason or whatever happened, right? So when you look at it like that, you realize it isn't just a black thing. There's a lot of guys who are white who you're like, what the fuck happened to him? But there is some weird thing there, and I don't know, what to tell you, but what I can say is Velveteen Dream is another guy. I feel like Vince would love this guy, but he's being authentic, though. This is, the charisma out of Velveteen Dream, dude, I swear to God to you, he's not Ricochet, and he's not Adam Cole, but Ricochet, Adam Cole, and Velveteen Dream, they got something going on down there, those guys. And I'll tell you what, if you told me that those three guys, or even one of those guys, was coming to my area and $40 a ticket, I'm going to the show. If you tell me it's $200 a ticket, but Velveteen Dream's going to be there in the main event, dude, I might pay for that. That's crazy. There's not many people on the main roster that are making me want to go. But if it's NXT, I want to pay for it. Now, I know that's not the majority because, again, NXT is still small. Everybody thinks NXT is great, and it is. It's way better than a lot of the stuff that happens in the main roster, but it's still small. There's like 800,000 fans of NXT, and there's way more of the main roster. And no matter what you do, when you go to the show, you go to Raw, and you hear the 30% of the crowd chanting NXT, the 70% of the other people still don't know what the hell you're doing. And again, it goes back to the point. How in the world is the WWE going to get new viewers? Because the main roster is not generating new viewers. And NXT, for the most part, isn't generating new viewers. So you are stuck with the same viewers that are dropping, and your main roster viewers aren't, 70% of them are not watching NXT. So you are stuck with a major problem. Let's hit the donations again.
Give me that hell yeah!
An Italian, a German, and a black guy go into the desert each with one item. The Italian says he brought pasta if we're hungry. The German says he brought beer if we're thirsty. The black guy says he brought a car door so if it's hot can roll down the window.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Oh my God, dude.
That's
truly tasteless jokes. Thanks for the 316.
And I do want to say I am wrong. I admit when I'm wrong. Wolfgang Daniels pointed out that you can get arrested for, speaking your mind in America.
Yeah, there you go. It's worse in Canada.
Don't kick me like a woman. Don't kick me like a man. Don't kick me like you know me. Just kick me for who I am.
Whoa.
TB Jammer. And once again, JD takes a shot about... JD takes another shot at me without mentioning my name, but takes a shot at me. Well, JD, you said I couldn't get a house. I got a house. You said I couldn't... I didn't matter to anybody. I only get hundreds of views. I got way more than that.
And said you couldn't get me to blow you. And look at that.
You said my sign couldn't match Zack Ryder's trunks, and it did. How about
where's
that?
Where's JD's sign? I thought.
Here we go.
Where's your sign, Catman?
Here we go.
Oh.
Here we go.
You're too busy blocking people.
No.
I hate SJWS, and I wish they were all burned in hell. This country would be a lot better.
Yes.
Without them, and I'm a millennial.
I know, Eric Gonzalez. Actually, technically, we're millennials too, but I think we're really Generation X.
It's a weird classification. Yeah, this article that he sent me, a white Georgia couple was given 19 years in jail last week for being racist to a black family.
Well, what type of racist, though?
They were at their birthday party protesting, I guess, indirectly with the Confederate flags. There was no violence or anything, but they classified it under the street gang terrorism law. Because this is the area where that white supremacist person killed the 9 black worshippers at the South Carolina church.
Yeah, but a black guy killed a bunch of white worshippers. So does that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but the man and woman were sentenced to 13 and 6 years in prison. So he got 13 years, she got 6 years, respectively, because they were using the Confederate flag and drove around a small Georgia community. Taunting an African-American boy's birthday party.
That's weird, though. Like that,
I don't agree with it.
That is so fucking weird, dude. I don't think... I mean, that can't be worth 19 years, but that is weird as shit. Dude, what kind of sick fuck? What kind of sick fuck? And by the way, why isn't the Westboro Baptist Church going to jail then? The Westboro Baptist Church taunts dead soldiers' families. So why don't they go to church? Because freedom of speech. So actually that should probably fall around that. Why is there a difference? Why does one is okay and one's 19 years? But I will say you are a sick piece of shit to drive around a African-American child's birthday party with some kind of weird racist intimidation stuff, or even if it wasn't. Oh God, it's just so weird. What the fuck are you doing? Like, you deserve to have your ass kicked at least.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, you're not even classified as a human being at that point. But
I mean, 19 years. I mean, to be
13
honest,
13 years and 6 years in jail. No one was assaulted. No violence was had. It was just...
Dude, it's intimidation of a minor, and then you add the racist stuff onto it. I would give that person 3 months, maybe a month in jail. Give him a month in jail, fine him $3,000 or something, and hopefully that never happens again. And if it does happen again, then the shit goes up. Then you get 2 years in jail, and then you get fined $10,000. But why would it go right to 19 years? Now, if they walked up to the kids at the party and assaulted them, then wouldn't everybody think that that's 5 years maybe, or 2 or 5 years? But assaulting a minor and racist, but God, I don't know, that's a lot of time. That's a scary amount of time. Now, I don't agree with them. They sound like sick fucks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, what is wrong with... Dude, who gives a shit about color?
There might be more details. This is the only article I read on it, so if I'm misinformed, I apologize, but that's everything that's stated here. So...
Yeah, but no, seriously, like I just think that that's a crazy amount of time. But also, like, dude, why does anybody give a shit about what color anybody is, or like what the fuck anybody, like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like
it shouldn't matter. I mean, look what happened to the YouTuber there that went ahead and taught his girlfriend's dog as a joke to make the Hitler.
Oh, that's Scotland though. Scotland's insane. I'll never go to Scotland.
But I'm just saying, in general, it's getting worse.
Dude, this world is fucking crazy at this point. Like, I can't even deal with it. If you're driving around with a Confederate flag on your car, I don't care. You want to remember the old South and have your Confederate flag? I think it's dumb, but if you want to do it, I got no problem with you. But if you want to, walk up and taunt somebody at a party with it, that's weird, but I don't know if it's 19 years in jail. I don't know, man. Like, I know there's a division. Some people are going to say, fuck them, lock them up forever, or they should have gotten their ass kicked, or some people are going to say they shouldn't be in trouble at all. I wasn't there. I don't know what to tell you, but I think they got too much time, and I think what they did was stupid and sick. And if somebody... Dude, just picture this. If you're a white person, picture your white kids are in the backyard at some town you're in, right? And, like, a group of Black Panthers, like, in a truck or something, start driving past your house over and over again yelling, yo, fuck you little crackers! Fuck you little crackers! We're gonna get you little crackers! That's scary. If that's the same thing these white people did, that's fucking intimidation and some kind of shit that you should be in trouble for. But 19 years, I don't know.
I dealt with something similar when I stayed with my kind of like father figure. I was the only white kid in the neighborhood that he lived in because he worked for, it was Bell Atlantic then when they were coming Verizon Wireless, and he lived in New Brighton, Pennsylvania.
Oh, no, I love Dukes of Hazzard.
I spent a portion of the summer with him, and going there, you'd go up to the corner store, you'd be the only white kid, and, you'd see stuff, and you'd get threatened, and it was no joke. But that's basically, from what I'm reading, the essentiality of what these people did. We're
all tribal, dude. If you got one kid who's different in a group of other kids, you're going to get called stuff. It's just tribal nature. It's like, and you pick out someone has a giant ear because of an infection or something, or has a giant chin because of an infection, or a nose that got amputated or whatever. Like, dude, you're going to get called, like, made fun of for it. It's not that they're, like, racist to people with defections and stuff. People are just, it's human nature to do that. Now, but anyway, we're getting way off topic of wrestling. Let me play the donations.
That's what happens when you have three good segments of one good match on Raw.
Yeah,
take my pants off.
Raw was so bad tonight.
It wasn't awful too. It had promise. It really did, because last week I said they blew their wad immediately. They had everything good right off the bat, and there was no reason to continue watching. I'm curious to see what the ratings are tonight, because last week they almost had a 3 to start.
Tonight's show suck shit, fuck everything, fuck this gay ass shit, fuck WWE. Apparently you can't wear AU shirts, but you can wear the elite shirts. Everybody and everything can burn in hell inside Nia Jack's steaming bleeding anus hole. Fucking cunt nuggets.
Steph McMahon created women. Thank you for the $5. I agree. And
they never take away ROH shirts. They never take away Bullet Club shirts. But AEW, get the fuck out of here.
They took the AEW shirts. The guy in the front row, by the way, the black guy, the security guard guy. Yeah. I've talked to that guy so many times. He's a cool guy. He hates that stuff. He's like, yeah, man, you got to take it off, man. I'm sorry. He fucking hates it. Party. He's a good guy, but they have to take it.
Raw needs a change of graphics theme. I'm done. Greater than.
Jonathan Lemon, thank you. I mean, they just did it, though. They just changed all their graphics, updated the stage. They tried to do something, and we all got excited, like things are changing, and they kind of sort of did ever slightly, and it wasn't enough. And it's still not enough. Even if Vince McMahon tells us we're all in control, we're all the voice. I mean, I don't believe it, but do you believe it? Because Seth Rollins and Becky won. And that feels like they're listening to that, but there's other things that they're completely ignoring, or they're still imbecilic to.
Super chat.
Braun Strowman versus Undertaker, WrestleMania 35.
Wow, CJ Crum, that is a That is an interesting comment. I had not heard that one yet. Maybe I did, and I just ignored it because it was so long ago. But Undertaker Braun, what do you think about that, Jake? I mean, obviously, you'd think Undertaker has to put him over.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't have any interest in that.
I don't either. I have more interested in old Sting coming back, and that's not good. And that's not that interesting either. Well, it is, but they're so old. Remember the rumors about Sting? Do you think those rumors were true, and they're holding off Sting, or do you think that was completely retarded out of left field and it's not going to happen?
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't see it either. I think we both
with Sting's last performance. I think that if he was to come back, they would have to put him with someone like a Rollins, like someone that could really carry. Undertaker even essentially needs someone that can move a little bit to sell things. So.
Here's what I disagree about with that. I disagree that they have to put. Oh, did you say Undertaker with Rollins or Sting with Rollins?
Sting with Rollins. I'm saying.
See, I don't think Sting can keep up with Rollins so much that they wouldn't do that. I think Sting and Undertaker is more likely because they'll have a shorter match. But you're right. Undertaker versus Sting would be so tough. I think you could even... I would entertain Sting versus Shawn Michaels because Shawn would actually carry the match a bit for Sting. And that's something that's never happened. So that could be interesting. But... again, Sting and Undertaker, it would be the same situation we had with Cena and Undertaker, where it was like, I can remember saying, if they have a match, it's going to be short, because they can have a short match and it can be something. But if it's anything longer, they're going to expose Undertaker, because Undertaker's last few matches that were long were not very good. Even with Roman, remember Roman? It was just too long.
Yeah.
Because they didn't hit on a few things. And the Bray Wyatt thing, he was exposed a bit. Undertaker would really need somebody like Seth or Shawn or somebody to be in there with him. And I think Sting and Undertaker would be tough. They'd have to... I don't know what they would do. I don't know what they would do either. FYI, I've said it before, my computer sucks. If I'm running Skype, I can't run anything else, so that's why I don't talk in the chat as much as I used to. I'm working on getting a laptop over here so I can double duty and at least pay attention to the chat more, but my chat loads like it's dial-up, so if I miss things, I apologize. People were saying that the people in the previous story had guns that were aimed at the kids, so that's why they were getting longer sentences. Oh, they pointed guns at the kids?
Yeah, but from what I just pulled up here, it says that they were with people. They were part of a group of 15 people who disrupted the 8-year-old's party in Douglasville in July 2015. This was a month after Dylan Roof killed 9 African Americans at a historic black church.
Wow.
It says they were found guilty Monday of yelling racial slurs and threatening to kill partygoers, even at the kids. But it was, I guess...
Where was this again?
In July 2015 in South Carolina, excuse me.
My only complaint about this would be if black people did this to a group of white kids, nothing really would happen. But if probably not a lot would happen, or they get arrested for like the guns being illegal or something. They'd be arrested for like drugs and guns are illegal. But yeah, this is fucked up. These are kids, and you're doing like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Yeah,
like
awful
fuck
people,
these
like I said
people.
originally. But the original article that I had here didn't have anything on it. Like I said, I didn't look more into it.
That's scary, dude. That's fucking creepy and weird.
Yeah,
and scary.
That's terrible. So that makes sense.
Dude, you want to fuck around with some kids? Maybe if these kids had skinned your grandfather somewhere and you're getting you know what I mean? No, seriously.
Yeah, there has to be some escalation.
Yeah. If these kids had like killed your family members and then you went there to threaten them, I get it. But like, dude, you just if the case is that they just showed up to intimidate people with weird racist shit and guns, that's fucking weird and fucking fuck them up the ass, dude. Like I said, but I don't know, but still that time is a crazy amount, but Super chat.
What happened to Jason Jordan? Been a year or so.
Okay, so Jason Jordan is still injured. Glorious Eugene. His career still could be over for Jason Jordan. And speaking of that, Ember Moon undergoing emergency surgery. She's out of WrestleMania.
Bomb. You are 100% correct, Joe. The WWE needs to replace the entire commentary team. My personal choices would be John Lovitz, Norm Macdonald, and Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah, you're right. The cops would just shoot the black guys. They wouldn't even get to do it. The cops would show up and see the... You're right. That's a good point. The cops would show up and just be like, oh, shoot them! Like, you're right. That probably would happen. They got to worry about the cops. Lackluster NC 2010. Thanks for the $5. I appreciate that. I love Norm Macdonald and Gilbert Gottfried. That would be great. That would be a great time.
Here we go. I'm about to get it, man. Here we go. About to get it, man. Here we go.
I am kidding, Texas.
Oh, no.
Go to Europe, Joe. That's where the great bands are. U.S. music industry just wants to sell sex and mumble-jumble rap. There's a new sleaze scene in EU.
Fade to Black. Thanks for the donation, man. I think that's why my show gets over a lot in Europe and in Australia and places like that. Because, like, people are still kind of have that attitude. They're looking for the entertainment. But, yeah, in America, it's just died, man. Why can't we all just love each other, man? I'm a hippie at heart. Let's just all love each other, man. You got all... In real life, this shit doesn't happen in my real life. I walk around, black people, white people, Asian people, fucking Latinos, Hispanic. We all just fucking hang out and shit. Like, I don't know where this shit comes from in these weird places.
We've got a new Twitch follower. Hell yeah, take my pants off.
Joe Cronin... something just followed me on Twitch. Thank you very much. That's a weird name. That's probably going to be reported to Twitch, by the way. Not by me, but just by somebody.
Here we go. I'm about to get it, man.
Somebody's
Here we go.
not gonna be
About to
happy.
get it, man. Here we go.
About to get it.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no.
Yeah, Article 13.
SJWs are the real reason this country is going to hell. Let me move to Japan or anybody else except for England.
Eric Gonzalez. Eric, thank you, man. Don't go to England. Article 13 is in England. Dude, England and Europe is the ones who started all this SJW shit, to be honest. And it's coming here.
Seems that way.
It's seriously.
Honestly.
That shit in Europe is fucking creepy right now. How the hell are these people in Britain allowing this stuff in England? And
I don't know.
In Scotland, like you're going to jail for a joke with your dog? Like, dude.
First they came for the memes. Then they took us all.
Yeah, they came for the memes. Dude, they're getting ready. I'm not... On my other channel, we talk about this on my other channel, dude. FEMA's getting ready. I've finally bought into this conspiracy shit. I think it's real. Because this is weird. It's weird.
I was hoping Sammy and Kevin returned last night and jumped R-Truth instead and then flipped a coin to who entered. But no, we get the female that wanted to use Enzo's head as a dildo near Jack's. Thanks, Vince.
Oh, that is the man...
Gorilla Strong, motherfucker.
Oh, I was just going to bring this up, too. And Gorilla Strong, the man, the myth, the legend, also sent me a DM before letting me know that Enzo, you know, the walking cringe bag himself, he said, and his old partner,
Shit
Mr.
bomb.
Shaky.
Oh, my bad. I thought I paused.
It's funny you mention Vince jerking it to black guys. Hugh Hefner would bang all these hot chicks but needed to watch interracial gay porn to come. Maybe it's a rich white guy thing.
Maybe it is a rich white guy thing.
It could be.
Brett the Shitman Fart. Brett the Shitman Fart, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Listen.
A very intricate sex life indeed.
You know, you got to be... I love everybody, but I ain't going to hate on my own self. I'm not going to fucking self-hate and virtue signal. Oh, you know, it's... I mean, I'm a pasty Casper, but I ain't going to hate on myself. Instead of hating on yourself and your own skin and shit, why don't you just love everybody instead? Love everybody and don't hate on yourself. Who cares? You don't have to be proud who you are. Just love everybody. Just shut the fuck up and love everybody and stop being a crybaby. And hate everybody equally. Hating everybody equally is a lot of fun. I do that most of the time. All right, Jake.
That works out well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Gorilla Strong let us know that, you know, the walking cringe machine himself, Enzo, and his old partner, he called him Mr. Shaky, I guess because of a seizure, which...
Oh, my God.
Big Cass. Enzo's trying to insinuate that they might be going to AEW together.
You know,
I said, I'm not sure how I feel about that one. I liked them so much when they were in WWE, but then you hear about all the backstage shit and the politics behind it, and Cass turned out to sound, allegedly, like a real piece of shit. Enzo, I still kind of have a soft spot for. He's just so outspoken and such a crazy bag of cocaine and Adderall combined that you can't help but find him entertaining.
Cass comes off like a fucking high as almighty douchebag. And
just so conceited and narcissistic.
But
Enzo, he's 7 foot tall. And
but Enzo comes off as a fucking as a dickhead spazoid. So
a rabid Wolverine that hasn't been fed too long. You know?
So you can see why they don't maybe get along, because Enzo seems to be one of those guys that has to be cool. Like if you start acting weird in front of Big Cass is the kind of guy that's like, dude, chill out, dude. Like you're making us look bad type of thing. Like he's so high and mighty. And Enzo is a spazoid fuck who indulges and exaggerates. So you put those two guys together
incessantly.
No, you clearly see that they're opposites now. But this is a business decision, if anything. You know it, because Enzo's like, hey, bro, this stuff ain't working out that well for me, and you're doing nothing, so maybe we should rejoin. You know, like, I mean, that's a serious pitch. And at this point, if they get back together after all the shit they've said, it's a business decision 100%.
Yeah, because he posted a little emoji of a sack of money, and he showed that he was calling Big Cass, FaceTiming him. So
right,
basically means call him up and someone said get Tony Khan on the phone quick. So
yeah, I mean,
you never know.
I think
if that's the case, it could be interesting to see them reunite. But I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. I'm still not sold.
Well, I'd say go ahead. Who cares? Like, it's not a bad. I think it's a great thing. But the thing is, you can clearly see the Big Cass's music career and everything. It hit the highest note it ever could hit. It's done. Like there's no.
You mean Enzo's?
Enzo's, yeah. Sorry, Enzo. Yeah. That's it. He's hit the highest point he's ever gonna hit. He can still keep making stuff and probably do like very underground, okay, but it's not gonna go that far up. And Big Cass has nothing but as indie bookings left ahead of him, and probably not that much money. I don't know what he's getting paid. Anywhere from $300 to $1,000, maybe. So he's okay, but. I mean, seriously, to go to another level, it's very clear as day that if they go to AEW, they could possibly both make $500,000 or at least $300,000, and that will probably be more than they're going to make doing whatever they're doing now. And I think Big Cass, I think, has realized this. Enzo, I believe, is now starting to get desperate because I think he's starting to see it fade and fade and fade and fade, and he's like, got to do something new. And he was all about the music. And because he can still do his music while doing that. And Big Cass can probably maybe take indie bookings. And that could be a stipulation in the AEW contract. Big Cass can still work an independent show while being at AEW. That's a no-brainer. Just shake each other's hands and go out there and smile. Who cares? I'll take it.
Yeah, really.
I'll take it. I really will. I know it's a little bit disingenuous, but whatever. Actors work with each other. We have no idea. Actors might hate each other. Tim Allen hated that fucking girl on the set. Woman that on this. I don't know why I called her a girl. Now I'm going to hear from the feminists. Tim Allen worked with that woman on whatever. I just can't remember her name.
Yeah, from Home Improvement.
Yeah, Jill. Jill in the show.
Yeah.
They didn't like. She hated him.
The Tool Time girl there.
No, not her.
As well.
Oh, yeah.
No, he had a problem with her as well.
Oh,
the
really?
One that replaced
Pam Anderson.
Pam Anderson. Yeah, he had an issue with her as well. So.
Well, she was weird. Remember when she was escorting Shawn at WrestleMania? She kind of acted weird with Shawn because Shawn was like dancing up next to her, and she was weird about that. And then they like did that whole thing where she walked Diesel out instead. I wonder if she hates that type of stuff from guys, because I think Tim Allen might have been known to make weird jokes and kind of sexual jokes to women back then, and that girl was clearly a very sort of feministic, strong woman who doesn't go for that sort of thing. So maybe that's why she hated Tim Allen. I don't really know that. I'm just making up shit.
Shit bum.
Shit bum.
I don't understand why these pussy-flied weaklings are pissing and moaning about a female wrestler taking a wrestling move from a male wrestler in a wrestling ring. I've been clothlining fat bitches into my pool for years. Anybody wanna buy some vitamins?
I appreciate that, Ryback, in the chat. But you know what, Ryback? Get the fuck out of my chat, Ryback! Why the fuck is Ryback in my goddamn chat? God damn you, Ryback, you fucking oaf! You
starving for attention. Go take some more supplements.
Go take a fucking
shit bomb.
Fucking death pill.
For the life of me, I don't understand why WWE didn't at least give the 6 NXT guys a video package tonight to promote the halftime heat. A 30 seconds promo is not gonna cut it, and plus it can introduce the casuals to the main NXT guys and may entice them to watch.
JD Venom, thanks for the $5. I love the spot. I wish they played it a little bit more. but I did love the spot. That was hype. And yes, anybody watching Raw saw Ricochet's moves and stuff. They were like, whoa, what the fuck is that? I might tune in to see that at halftime, and they might. So
they just had to show Ricochet, you know, when he was with Gargano in the corner. That would
Joe, they also had guns. That's why.
Oh, right. Fade to black. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, it looks like Jake figured that out earlier, too. Yeah, that's so weird, dude. I'm going to look up that situation, talk about it on my corrupted YouTube channel later.
Super chat.
Because that's so fucking creepy.
Korn and Limp Bizkit are both terrible.
Yeah, you know, Michael Ryan, you might be right. I mean, they might be terrible, although I kind of like Korn. I mean, I don't love Korn
anymore. It's just
anymore,
one of those days.
But it's just like, but they were different is my point. Like, you know.
I love Chocolate Starfish.
Oh, God. Oh, Jared Barron! Jared Barron! Oh, my God! He dropped a fucking bar! Oh my God, Jared Barron, $100!
You dropped $100, all you stupid fucks. Yo, what the fuck is up? Yo, suck my nuts. Speaking of that, I like to fuck butts. Yo, Jeff Jarrett came out and said slap nuts. Oh, bust a guitar over your head. Now you're dead, now you're sucking on my goddamn dreads. I'm like Bray Wyatt, at a hairdresser. I'm gonna fuck you up, I'm gonna leave you under stress, sir. Yeah, yo, Ahmed Johnson should have been the champ. And fucking Vince McMahon fucked the tramp. Sable sucking that cock, now she's sucking the cock of that fuck named Rock. Yeah, what the fuck you got? What up? Yeah, Jared Barron, $100. Yeah, Jared Barron, $100. And by the way, motherfucker, you can suck on my balls.
Fuck my ass. I just creamed. I just steamed. I'm shooting the laser beam. I just shit my fucking pants.
What the fuck the point is, Vince?
The new $9.99 donation. What the fuck the point is, Vince?
What the fuck the point is, Vince?
Dude, he said so much in that rant last night. Like, he called Vince a fag. He also said...
he said Nia should have won so that women could...
Yeah, dude, oh my God, dude. Tommy NC virtue signaled so bad last night because the other night we did the whole hashtag Tommy NC hates women. And
that got so many retweets for a while. There was like 600 reactions for that.
It trended.
Trending.
No, seriously, it trended.
I know.
It trended number 4 in Boston, Massachusetts. On the Boston page, it trended number 4 because I am locations out of Boston. It trended number 4.
So funny.
Let me just play some more of this again because he actually said at one point Finn Balor was fucking match or something. He like went weird.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'd like to fucking take a brick to his fucking face, and I'd like to put Vince in a fucking toilet and flush it, because every fucking year we get Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
I'd like to put Vince in a fucking toilet and flush it.
I just didn't know what to say. I'm trying to give you a good guesstimate of how I feel and how angry I feel. I had to release my anger on Twitter at fucking Brock Lesnar because he's a fucking turd that walks in board shorts. And honestly, I'd like to fucking take a brick to his fucking face, and I'd like to put Vince in a fucking toilet and flush it, because every fucking year we get Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Why the fuck do we get Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania? We don't even fucking see that, and we never see the fucking title. So what the fuck is the point, Vince? What the fuck the point is, Vince? I don't get it. Every year we get this bullshit. Bullshit with Brock Lesnar. Senator of the UFC, you suck. Brock, you fucking suck. I'd like to take my fist and jab it down your throat and rip out your fucking intestines because you're a shit wrestler. Honestly, that fucking match was bullshit. In every amount. Finn Balor is a good wrestler. Is a fucking good wrestler and is way better than fucking wrestling. He deserves that title. He never fucking lost that title.
He was way better than wrestling.
Not one bit. He never lost the title, and fucking Vince is a faggot. The fact that Balor got...
Oh my God, dude!
He was so mad.
I gotta hear that again. That's That's like music to my ears.
Balor got injured. It's bullshit. They should have fucking given him back the title. Faggot. Faggot. And fucking Vince is a faggot. Faggot. The fact that Balor got injured is bullshit. They should have fucking given him back the title. And we get this faggot that never fucking wrestles with the fucking title. Sorry. Fucking here. This faggot bullshit.
Sorry.
Suck my dick, Vince. Suck my 12-inch cock.
This is how many years in a row now that we have Lesnar main eventing, or at least, being the champion at Mania? Who wants to see this?
Jesus.
No one wants to see it. No one wants to see it.
Trying
I
to
want
rile him up.
Nia to fucking win the Royal Rumble.
Oh my God. Come on. Are you kidding me? You wanted Nia to win tonight?
A little bit, yes, a little bit on the edge of my seat to prove to that fact that I want women to succeed and do something, go beyond their distance. Honestly.
They had their own Rumble.
They had their own Rumble and Becky won it. It was
yeah, the man did win.
I wanted Strowman to win. I was on the edge of my seat for that. I wanted to see Strowman win WrestleMania and beat the shit out of that faggot.
Oh my God, dude. I can't believe he dropped so many of the fucking F-bombs there. He was, he was trying to see, the problem is he was trying to he was trying to virtue signal for women and stuff.
While being homophobic.
But then he was homophobic, so it ruined.
So he goes from hating women to virtue signaling in sport to being homophobic after being racist. And
right. It was just all fucked up, dude.
Such a combo.
Just so
I don't hate women. I love
up.
women. You gay piece of shit. What are you? Not
I love women.
Hell yeah.
I love women. I love women. You gay piece of shit.
That's ma'am.
Next, she's like, everyone's gonna love me now that I love women, and then they're on Reddit like Tommy NC homophobic rant, like just fucking losing their. Oh my God, dude! What is Jared Barron doing, dude?
Oh, holy shit!
What is Jared Barron doing? Jared Barron is. What the fuck are you doing, Jared? Jared stole his neighbor's credit card. What is Jared? Look at Jared's super chats. What is happening right now, dude?
He's got another one lined up too.
Does he know how much money I owe the IRS? Because it's coming out now. What is going on? Oh my God, dude! Jared works on the dark web. Someone said. Oh my God, Jared Barron! Holy fucking shit, dude! Holy shit! This is fucking crazy right now. Jared Barron. Oh my God, what is going on? Where is? I mean, I don't even know what to do right now and flip the fuck. Jared Barron just dropped $200.
After his $100 donation, he drops a $200 donation, followed by a yet to be received $100 donation.
My God, this guy's going off. Everybody in the chat.
Blood's about to spill, but not for
JCS
no cheap
heavyweight
thrills. Can't
champion.
afford your bills. Take some fucking motherfucking pills. Get buried in the hills by some stupid whore. Your show's a fucking bore. You're gonna die for fucking sure. Without Joe, there is no you. So who you think you talking to? Like you're somebody who is owed something to. Guess I can't get through to all the lies you spew. Crying like victims, all fucking boo. Fucking who? Yo, suck my fucking dick, man. You should be thanking me, not fucking bite the hand that feeds. Shoot your heart until it bleeds. Yo, you feed like a disease, but the bullet holes to bleed. I'm escaping without a scrape. You'll take a second to realize who be doing the rape. Chatterbait for the brain, you must be insane. You donated to me for over a year. True colors start to be clear. Calling me a queer when it's you with the bloody fucking rear. Crying into a camera with the fucking deaf ear. You a bitch in this jail. I surely impaled to cut off your tail. You're blind, I teach you to read braille. On the test you failed, just like Bailey sailed. Yo, and shout out to fucking Derailed.
Random rap song thing that I found that I did a couple months back. Goddamn, had to play something for that. I mean, that was fucking. That fucking dropped
that cheered me up for sure, because I was so upset. Finn Balor's back to the the dregs of nothingness. He is just He's ruined Joe. He comes out there and he's like, I made Brock believe. Oh, yeah, that's what you did. That's what we'll call it. You got yourself killed by Brock Lesnar in the end.
Right.
He tore you apart, and then Bobby Lashley finished you off tonight. You know what that means? Nothing. I don't want to see Finn as the IC champion. That doesn't even feel like a consolation prize at this point. I have no interest in Bobby Lashley, so putting him against Finn Balor again does nothing for me. I was just so hopeful to see Finn succeed and go on to bigger and better things than the mid-card. We're not getting that. And that was the problem with the rest of Raw as a whole. They don't have any major, huge stars, at this point in time. Becky's their hottest commodity, and she's on SmackDown. Ronda, is big, but not as big as Becky. Seth's over, no doubt, but he's certainly not on the level of which they need someone to, be the face of the company. He could get there, but it's not going to happen when they have Proud Papa Triple H in the background egging them on. And it's a funny dynamic these two have. When Triple H, one, is the one that made him turn on the Shield originally, or at least enticed him, was part of that decision, the plan B. And then also Triple H and him had that massive feud for so long. So, that culminated at WrestleMania a few years back. It's just, it certainly is an odd situation as a whole. But the rest of the night, we basically got nothing. We got a shitty series of tag team matches from the women. Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin was very underwhelming. It was 4 minutes long.
Wow,
and
yeah.
Kurt looked winded and like shit, unfortunately. And the deep six that he put on was, just not worth seeing. What else did we get? After that, Finn Balor, Kurt Hawkins, and Zack Ryder against the Revival. I'm glad they didn't just have, Hawkins suddenly win because he's teaming with Zack Ryder, So I'm glad they didn't pull the trigger on that at this point in time. But
right, yeah, that's good.
The Revival, we're going to push the tag division. Don't worry, we're going to do something with them. Yeah, that feels relevant. The segment with Elias was great, but when you peel the layers of the onion back, that this is pretty much all he's good for. He's always going to be interrupted. If you look at it as just an isolated incident tonight, I loved the segment. Tons of fun, great to be entertained. Problem is, going forward, I don't know how much viability this has. What kind of legs can this stand on if this is all they're ever going to do with him? We need more. We need to see Elias as a champion. We need to see him in long-lasting, decent feuds. They flip him without rhyme or reason, face heel. The crowd eventually is going to turn on him as well.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, and I hope that they can. I don't know, man. I just hope that they deliver some of this. It just seems like they can only over-focus on one or two things, and everything else always gets left in the shuffle. It seems like every time.
Put on the back burner indefinitely.
And Jared, man, I can't believe you, dude. You don't have to keep donating that much, dude. This is insane, brother. I very much appreciate it. God knows we need money, and I'm really appreciative, man. I'm having obviously a new time with my new place and everything, all the bills we have. So this is fucking amazing what you're doing, dude. But holy Christ, brother, he's going off, son. You are going off, brother. I mean, like, you don't have to. This is crazy. Like, oh my God, dude.
Super chat.
The new Himmel God's here.
And there he goes again.
Oh my God, Jared dropped another bomb. A Jared bomb. A Baron bomb. I'm calling it a Baron bomb. That's it. It's a Baron bomb. Baron bomb going off. Holy fucking shit. It's a super chat party. I'm going to have to make a $100 super chat alert. I got to make a new $100 super chat alert for this guy.
Just for the Baron
Just
bomb.
for the Baron bomb. Because this is crazy. I should do it right now. I mean, like, I don't know, like, dude, what the fuck is... Dude, holy shit, dude. What in the fuck is going off, dude? I hope the whole chat blows up with his name, dude.
Here we go.
Baron bomb.
Here we go.
I spell his name wrong in the donation, too.
Tommy sounds like Rhonda doing her promo tonight.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's 1 R.
Yeah.
I fixed you, Jared. Tommy NC sounds like Ronda doing a promo. Yeah, he brought the heat, man. It was like he was trying to copy my rant from my live stream, I think, because I did drop an F-bomb too. The nerdy sports guy. Thanks for the $5. And yeah, I think that Tommy went off at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was trying to, imitate the man himself.
Don't worry, this guy won the Powerball. Yeah, I wish he did. Did you win the Powerball, Jared? I mean, this is crazy. And yeah, no, I don't know what to say, man. This is unbelievable, bro. My kids have diapers now. Kids, you've got diapers now.
About to get it, man. Here we go. About to get it, man. Here we go.
ADTR.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no.
Lesnar only main event to WrestleMania when he won the title.
Lesnar only man to event to WrestleMania when he won the title. Is that true? ADTR. It's got to be from ADTR. He knows what he's talking about. Lesnar's like main eventing every year. How many main events has there been with Lesnar now? Because there's been a lot.
Too many. Quite a few.
Yeah, fuck my ass.
Fuck my ass. I just creamed. I just steamed. I'm shooting the laser beam. I just shit my fucking pants.
Jared, do you like rap or do you like metal? Tell me in the chat. Or do you like both? I don't know. Tell me in the chat. We'll figure something out.
Give it a hell yeah!
Biggie and Xavier Woods can go to AEW. Kofi Kingston stays in WWE and becomes Jamaican again. I hope WWE gives Chelsea Green the Sister Abigail gimmick and form a tag team with Nikki Cross. Wyatt family goes vegan and align themselves with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I mean, Alec and I, yeah, maybe. I mean, we've been talking about this, that the whole Wyatt would join Daniel Bryan and like maybe.
Yeah.
Super chat.
I could. Holy shit!
Oh my God! What the fuck,
That's
dude?
it, ladies, for the night.
That's it, ladies, for the night. He's done. Oh my
he said
God!
His bank called and asked, "Are these purchases yours?" And he's like, "Yes."
He had to tell them it was okay. It was him. Man, and you know what's weird is Jared never donates the other way. He doesn't use Streamlabs or PayPal or Twitch alerts. He doesn't use Twitch alerts. He uses Super Chat. I mean, which is all right. But yeah, man, that would be the Big Show otherwise. I should play the Big Show donation for him. Jared, holy fucking shit, dude. What is going on? What is going on, dude? He says, rock, my dude, 60s and 70s. Wow. Wow, that is amazing. So wait a minute. So are you an older guy or are you like... You just like the classic shit, man. That is fucking unbelievable, dude. Dude, what is Jared is going off, dude? What is happening right now? Holy
El
shit.
Americano says, you donate without a message? Damn it, say something, you fool.
Well, dude, he's just supporting the show, I think, but it's just like, wow, dude. I can't believe it, man. He's going nuts. He's going nuts. Led Zeppelin. Pink Floyd's my favorite, though. But that's not that far back. But, you know. Oh, my God, dude. Jared, what in the world? Dude, let's play that $100 Big Show.
He's 22, he said.
Wow,
and he's unemployed.
And you like those old songs, huh?
And he's unemployed, he said.
No way. Come on, dude.
That's what he said.
You've got to be kidding me, dude. Well, I mean, but Jared, I mean, you gotta have some money to be dropping this much. This is crazy.
It's nuts. You know what he needs? He needs the Who. Eminence Front. That's his bare.
I love the Who, dude. That'd be great. You know, I will say though, there was a time when I didn't have a lot of money, but I had a $1,000 credit card, and I gave $500 to a band to buy a van so that they would tour because I wanted them to tour. So
I wanted to see them,
I gave them
succeed.
Now I ruined my credit and I gave them $500. But I did that. It's like almost weird how things come back around. But I mean, Jesus, I hope he won the lottery or something. Let's play that Big Show donation for Jared because it's got to be played since it's not in. I should just add it to the super chats too. Why don't I do that? What am I, stupid? Why don't I do that? I just realized. Why don't I just make that also?
It was just the realization you saying it's so nonchalant. What am I, stupid?
Fucking idiot I am. Oh, we got to get through the rest of the donations.
$100.
Oh, here it is.
It's donation time, motherfucker boy.
This is for Jared Barron, baby. Yeah.
This is a test donation for $1.
For $1. Doesn't say $100. Jared drops the happy birthday $100 donation. And now I will go add that to the super chat list, because why isn't it there? Why isn't it there? And I will actually, it's not. I can't add it yet, but I'll add it for tomorrow, guys. If anybody ever drops 100 again. Anyway, we got to go to the Discord in a second, but let me
do a little basketball dance off the concrete.
Finish these off.
I mean, I'm just so sick of you.
I did see this Rambo mod.
Worshippers.
Jericho's drunk.
I'll be honest. I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Did you see Jericho's tweets from last night? I know he blocked you, but yeah, man, love the show as always.
You know what, Rambo
Can't
mod?
wait to see how your new studio turns out in the coming months.
I can't wait either, Rambo mod. I mean, we're doing okay right now, and basically, thanks to Jared Barron and all you guys for donating tonight and last night, I can go buy some more sound panels. Because after this right here, there's no more sound panels, so I'm going to build the rest of the studio. For the new people watching, I was able to buy a house after 12 years of trying to buy a house. I was able to get a house. Now we owe a lot of money, and we'll never probably ever own it, maybe. But I found a house with a little office, and now I'm in this office. And I can set up all this stuff in here, and all my buddies who do podcasts with me can come over. We can do Skype with the guy and video. It's going to be crazy, but I ran out of some money, so this is awesome because I can buy some more panels.
Give me a hell yeah!
I'm pumped up.
Well, here I am donating my little old well piss in my face and call me R. Kelly. Suck my dick and call me tiny. Welcome tame my shrew. Welcome shake and not stir me. Well kiss my ass and call me the shit. Okay, it's old now. Okay, one more well call me.
Dude, someone said this guy's really Chuck Berry. What the fuck, dude? I love Chuck Berry. I do love Chuck Berry. Driving along in my automobile. Gotta love him.
Beside me on the wheel. Yeah,
I love Chuck Berry.
Classics.
Chuck
I love
Berry's
50s
good.
music.
I do love 50s.
I grew up, my grandmother, that was strictly all she played. And Courtney will find me singing 50s music every now and again. And I'll get, eye rolls and whatnot.
I agree, man. I'm down with that. Did we miss some donations? Did this skip something? Yeah, this thing. Did you see? Yeah, no, it didn't. Big E, AEW, Kofi Kingston, and WWE comes. I didn't see that one. Alec Anoa'i 316.
Yeah, I saw his. You mentioned it.
Okay, cool. All right.
It came up.
I thought it was his other one.
No, Rambo modes, I believe, is still coming up.
Okay, cool. Anything else, Jake, from tonight's Monday Night Raw that?
The one thing I found most egregious of all was, unfortunately, Braun Strowman backstage. He goes up to Seth Rollins and he shakes his fucking hand saying, "You earned it last night." I know you, but it's so out of the norm for his character to congratulate anyone, and especially the way they do this like heel face thing with him. It just feels so unnatural and formulaic. It just, now you see everyone consoling Finn Balor. Oh, you'll get him next time, champ. And Sasha and Bayley are hugging him, and Heavy Machinery are spazzing out, and everybody, it's okay.
Yeah.
And everybody's congratulating Seth, and it feels just processed, fake, just like I said, unnatural and scripted, and that's unfortunate. Especially when they had moments tonight that felt so friggin' real, so just emotionally driven.
Yeah, that was
then you
weird.
get those scripted moments that just take you out of it.
Braun is basically a buffoon. I mean, to me,
he's bitch made at this point. And then everything that happens, you see him get destroyed. He had survived a car crash inside of an ambulance, walked away dragging his leg. He's done so much worse to his body himself. You saw them take down the TLC stage on top of him after putting him through multiple tables, and all the chairs fell on top of him. He's fine. But they chokeslam him on the stairs, and that's it. He's done.
Right.
The double chokeslam onto the ring steps, and he's completely incapacitated. It's just, it feels like, the like Superman comics in a way, where nothing would affect him until the one thing that does. And there's no specific kryptonite for Braun, but that's the problem. He's indestructible all the time that when something does affect him, you think it would have to be monumentally huge, like when the ring collapses or he gets thrown through a cage. Like, it should be next level unbelievable, but it's not. It's something simple that takes him, a simple shot from the belt to the head and an F5 causes him to lose a match. But then you see him take so much abuse over and over and over again, and he doesn't even flinch. So it's just a lot to have to suspend your disbelief for.
Somebody... Hell yeah.
Random question, Joe, but do you happen to remember the Sicilian guy who ran down Tommy on Monetize This a couple weeks ago on the rant line? I'm trying to find this video. It is classic and plus raw sucked fucker and a young dancing like a moron.
I do not remember that, but Tommy's cracker ass. Thank you for the donation.
I think that was on the one where you moved into the house because you were.
Oh, really?
I believe you were drinking.
Okay, so that was Monetize This, not last week, but the week before.
The week before, I think. I'm not positive. I'm terrible with my memory, but I think that's when it was on the rant line.
If that's the case, it's episode 196 of Monetize This.
I might be way off base. Monica
or honestly, Derailed, Gatekeeper Drew, or Monica are the people to ask in the chat or on Twitter. They might know, but I do believe it was.
And Monica's still waiting for her belt.
And Monica is going to get her belt. Hopefully, I'm going to ship it tomorrow.
Ah, there you go.
So hopefully tomorrow you will get this, Monica. It's been so insane over here.
Yeah, and Ryan Mulroy was the one to win at Ryan_Mulroy5. He won the Royal Rumble 2nd annual number contest on my YouTube page. So he'll receive his prize package on Friday. So
good luck at your job interview, FPW. Get that job, baby. Go get that job, honey. Love you. You do it. I'm going to end the show tonight and with this, because we didn't get to all the calls we were going to take. So, yeah, I know that Alec, I know JD keeps mentioning me without mentioning my name. He just constantly does it every second. He's obsessed with me. He's got his fans saying I'm obsessed with him, but it's really he keeps mentioning me, so then I mention him, and then they're like, you keep mentioning him. It's like, no, he keeps mentioning me and then not mentioning my name. I get it, bro. His Tommy Dreamer reference. What Tommy Dreamer reference? I don't know. Whatever. He's an idiot. Everybody go call him an idiot for me or something. But I'm going to end the show with somebody earlier said, Joe, I've seen a lot of your commentary where you call wrestling matches. Do you have any commentary where you're a heel announcer? And somebody asked me if I had any commentary if I was a heel announcer. I do have one video that's up on YouTube where I'm doing heel commentary, and I'm going to play it out for you as we get out of here. But let's go to Discord real quick, because before we do that, let's get a couple people on, because I did promise a bunch of calls tonight, and people are probably waiting in the Discord.
And I got to bring up Getty Lee's Owl Nose in the chat. I just got to say, I love that.
That is fucking
Getty
hilarious.
Lee's Owl Nose. That's fucking great.
Dude, we have to go to Jared Barron first, right? Because he like dropping dollars like Richie Rich over here. Yo, Jared, what's up? Oh, he's muted. Oh, Jared, I think you have to. Oh, wait, I have to unmute myself. My bad. Okay, blah, blah, blah. You might have to unmute yourself, Jared. I don't know. He's muted in the chat. Well, he gets unmuted. Let me drag in Broken Lion. The good old Broken Lion. What's up, Broken Lion?
Oh, shit. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. Hey, yo, what up?
What's up, baby? How you doing, man?
Oh, what's going on? Hey, what up, Joe? And the future Monetize champion, Jake.
Oh, shit.
What's going on?
You better get some money.
Joe, Hey, Joe, I want to comment on two. Well, one, I want to comment on Royal Rumble last night, but I want to comment on what you said earlier. You know, you forgot about Mark Henry as being the world champion.
Oh, that's great. That's right. But he didn't really win the WWE championship though.
Yeah, but you know how WWE does count the world heavyweight championship, the big gold belt, for some reason. Because with Triple H's reigns, they count that too.
Yeah, but it's
not the WWE championship. They can always kind of like.
It's not quite,
especially with the way the lineage has been combined and separated so many times.
But don't you think Mark Henry probably should have won that belt 2 or 3 times, or at least a couple of the belts?
Yeah, but he should have won the WWE championship though.
He didn't.
I don't understand why they gave him that.
I think, but I will say Mark Henry is one of the more respected guys, though. I will say that because he doesn't really have a lot to him. He doesn't come out and dance or anything. And yeah, he did win. And but I mean, think of all the years, dude. Mark Henry showed up, signed a contract with the WWE in 1996, I believe, and he won one world title that lasted how long? Like 3 months.
Well, that's because he didn't dance.
And that's what I'm saying, man. He fucking now if he come out and been like, ooh, sexual chocolate, and the song had been like sexual chocolate, sexual chocolate, and he come out and like dance like that down the ring, he would have won the world belt a couple times.
Yeah.
I mean, dude. I mean,
because
really
they
though.
did the same thing to Booker.
Yeah, no, I agree.
They did the same thing to Booker T. Because Booker T, well, he did dance, but they didn't give him the belt.
Barely, yeah. I mean, and look at it, dude. He that guy. Your argument for Booker T would be like, dude, he's like the black Triple H. Like he's a guy who's a main event guy, and he's black, you know, whatever. But it's like, then why did he get like treated like almost like, yeah, you're not quite at that level though. The same thing.
And they even made it
I
racial. And, you know, there's a lot of racial undertones in their build to WrestleMania. They outright basically said, you know, because you're black. They had, you know, they weren't as overt about it, but it was there. It was brought up.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not said like people like you know, comments like that, real unnecessary bullshit.
I'm not trying to cry and like all this other stuff about it.
No.
It just is.
It's a huge point of contention.
It's a little weird, and a lot of people bring it up, and so I talk about it.
Really quick too. Monica came to the rescue again. She said, "Monetize this 196." So I was right about the episode.
Yeah.
2 hours 55 minutes in is the Tommy video that the donator was looking for.
Okay.
Oh yeah, hey Joe.
Hey, Jaron, you're in here too. Give me 1 minute. What's up, Broken Lion?
Mine says it's 200. Get ready, because I'm dropping a bunch of bombs.
Oh, monetize this 200?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm dropping a bunch of bombs.
Well, you're gonna have to make Jake the champion. So,
Mr. Joe Cronin.
What's up, Broken Lion?
Can I just give my quick thoughts on the Royal Rumble last night, because I didn't get a chance to call in?
Yeah. Give your Royal Rumble thoughts there.
I give it a 3. And only because I'm probably one of the only people. I enjoyed the Nia Jax spot in the Men's Rumble, and I also enjoyed Sasha Banks versus Ronda. That's only really 2 things I enjoyed.
Yeah, so you like those things, but gave it a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, well, because
I get you, because everything else wasn't good.
I don't want to give it too high, because I really thought I didn't see the first hour. I'll give it that. I didn't see the first hour.
Right.
Because I didn't get a chance to see it.
Oh, well, you got
it. That was some of the best of the night.
Yeah.
Becky match was really good.
Becky was good.
And the Sasha Banks match was really good, you know, as you noted. So the women shined very well last night.
All right, well, listen, thank you, Broken Lion. Jared Barron.
Mr. Joe Cronin.
All right, bro. What bank did you rob, man? What's going What's up, buddy?
Not much, man. How you doing? I appreciate your show. I've been watching for about 3 years, off and on, but, you know, lately I've been, I don't know, just enjoying your show, man, and love watching it, and love monetized list. Love the crew, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, dude. I don't know. I felt bad. Like, you didn't have to drop that much money, man. I hope you got it. I hope you're not hurting yourself, you know?
No, I'm not, man. I'm waiting for surgery, and then I'll move on with life and see where it goes, man, so we'll see what happens.
Jesus, what the hell's going on, man? This is awful. Unemployed, waiting for surgery. Like, this ain't good.
Nah, I mean, I saved up a lot for my job, and I'm living at my parents' house right now.
Hey, take it while you can. No shame in that.
Jared, I will tell you, dude, I'm not joking. When I was exactly your age, or 21, I gave $500 to a band because I loved them and I wanted them to tour. And I was like, you know what? Here's $500 on a credit card. That was it was kind of a mistake. I shouldn't have given them that. No, I shouldn't have given them that much money. It was like fucked up. I fucked up my credit for like 3 years. But so yeah, I don't want to hurt yourself. But you know, I appreciate what you did.
Debit card, my boy. Debit card.
Well, you must. You're doing good then, I guess. But yeah, I just
fuck credit cards, man. Fuck the government. Fuck all that shit. I ain't about the credit card life, man.
Well, dude, I had. Well, now, dude, my credit just got up to 690, and it was at like 400 3 years ago for like years. So it's like, it's crazy, dude. And I'm 34, so.
Oh my! You know, one thing that is really bad is like they don't teach us like what good credit score is, and like I feel because like I don't even know what a good credit score is. Like that's really bad. Like because I don't like my generation, we don't fucking use credit. I mean, and that's a lie. I mean, some of us do, but I know a majority of my friends.
Well, no,
like,
a lot of people in the younger generation are becoming less reliant on credit.
Yes,
and that's why credit card companies are doing these type of almost like interventions, basically at colleges and high schools, and they're trying to get back in with the youth.
You know
because
why?
People are relying less on credit.
You know why that's happening is because our parents, my mother's 68. So our parents grew up with plastic and credit cards, and take the money out. So they taught us. They taught us all, like, here's what you do to get credit, and I'll help you get credit. And people who are like around my age and younger, some of them, they don't even bother telling their kids about credit. We just don't do it. Like even my wife, even Leah, she didn't have credit. Her parents are younger than my parents. Her parents are in their 40s, late 40s. My mother's 68. Her parents, they didn't help her with credit at all. And it was like, what was it, last year when she told me, oh, I can't get credit. And I'm trying to get her credit. I couldn't do it. I had to go to a bank and do all this special stuff to create a credit card for her. And if we didn't have that credit, we wouldn't have been able to do half the stuff with the house we've done. And that sucks. But at the same time, I know what you're talking about. It's very strange. Like, and you're right. They don't teach you this stuff in school now. It's insane.
How to establish your credit, how to go ahead and build yourself up, what to use. And
I would love, like, if I could go back and, like, I could tell the school system to be like, hey, one class I would enjoy is, like, life skill class, like how to change your tire, like how to do this, how to do that, like pay your bills. Like, I mean, I had the affordability, like I was able to go through EMT class via the county I was in because fucking Florida's got a shit ton of money. But, you know, I didn't do much with it. But I mean, just having that opportunity that other people don't have is, like, just humbling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know,
how to write checks, how to pay taxes, how to pay your bills, how to, you know, it sounds like such a simple concept, but really, you know, there's a lot of things that you're unprepared for, and there is no class. And these life, you know, necessities are overlooked far too often, and that's what people have a platform to say, you know, oh, the schools don't teach you anything. You're not going to need Macbeth, but you do need to know how to, you know, make
how about,
good
dude,
with the IRS.
How about stocks? How about learning stocks in the stock market? It's
investments and 401ks and
I know a slight bit about stocks because in middle school I kind of won the stock market game. Now remember, I got a GED. I dropped out of high school and got a GED, but I won the stock market game, and I dropped $300 on stocks 2 years ago. $300 2 years ago, and now I have $2,000 in stocks. That's not a lot because I don't have any money to invest.
That's a good game, man.
But dude, yeah, if you're kind of smart and you have a chunk of money, like imagine with somebody with 30 grand in their bank, they could turn that into something. But like, I mean, I had like 300 in the bank, so I said, "F it, I'm gonna throw." Oh, Jesus, I just took out my mic. I was like, "F it, I'm gonna throw it into the stock market and see what happens." Well, it's 2.5 years later, and it's, you know, I made
bada bing, bada boom,
a little bit of money. You know, some emergency happens, I can get those stocks. You know, whatever. But it's like,
Can I tell you something real quick? Regarding before my shoulder and unemployment, I did something called, I don't want to shout out the government, but I gotta do it. I don't know have you ever heard of AmeriCorps? I don't know if you're familiar with that.
No, yeah, it sounds familiar, but no.
Okay, so AmeriCorps is like a national. I did something called the National Civilian Community Corps. If you remember the CCC back in the olden days, like back in the Truman day, or not even Truman, back in the 1920s. But this is the updated version, which Bill Clinton founded in 1904. Basically, we do energy conservation. We do nonprofit work. We do. We worked with state-run organizations. So basically, we serve the 50 states, and it's a 10-month program. And your tax dollars are paying for it. It's about $1 billion program. And I was able to, what I get out of it is I get $6,000 out of it by doing it. And I was able to just help a lot of people, like help out nonprofits, help out people that were in need, man. And like, that's the best thing, like helping out people, like, and just being generous. And like, I've changed so much from that. And I don't mean to like take up your time in your show. I really appreciate it though. I really do. And that's why I enjoy watching.
That's a great thing.
Jesus.
I wish they had that more for youths. And
one
of the most beneficial things
like
I had.
Conservation courses.
Yeah. I mean, that's huge.
That's why I just like, people don't
get
to know what it is. And like, it's just very bad. Cause like, I like plugging it when I can, but like, I think it'd be great. Cause I know there are probably some people that are watching the show that may not know what the fuck they want to do. I mean, Jake, if you, a 99-year-old could be part of AmeriCorps if they wanted to.
Right.
And I mean,
that's fantastic.
It's just a great organization.
No, people have no idea right now. No, I appreciate you saying it. Hey, dude, I mean, at this point, it's your platform for a while. You paid for the commercial breaks for a while. I mean, so, dude. But no,
one of the best and beneficial things I had was I worked for food service in high school, junior and senior year. We did all the banquets, like every sports banquet, everything was done in-house. So rather than, bringing in food, we cooked for everything. We did when the teachers had like accreditation meetings and things like that. We were in charge of making breakfast, lunch, and dinner for them. So I, on top of being at school, I'd have to get there a few hours early, and I'd be there till 9, 10 o'clock at night. And at the end of the year, we had to sign, W-2 forms.
I'm sorry.
I didn't realize that. And come to find out, I go into summer break, and they're like, oh, here's your check. And I'm like, for what? And they're like, oh, all your service to the year. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize we got paid. And there's a check for $6,000. And you're like, oh, my God, that's a whole year's worth of work. And that set me off on my way for college, like you wouldn't believe. So, yeah, things like that are extremely beneficial for students.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's for 18 to 24-year-olds. But I mean, I'm living with fucking people. I got a story for you real quick, if that's all right. It's a SJW story. So I'm in a group of people. Like, we live with a group of people, like, from 18 to 24, from all walks of life, from all the way from fucking Florida, which I'm in, to Arizona, And one of my teammates, I guess this may sound very fucked up. One of my friends who is Hindi, he was on another project and he was wearing a safety vest and he got the police called on him. He was telling me, oh, he looks like he's a fucking Muslim
he's going to bomb somebody. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. And so I said, I didn't realize this. I didn't realize my audience around me. And I only known these people for a few weeks and I didn't realize that. My mouth opened up and I was like, oh man, that's the bomb joke, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, you're I had a 2-hour conversation with one of my teammates and the team leader because she felt, and she started crying. Like, we had a 2-hour conversation that went into 11 p.m. and we had to work the next day at like 8 a.m. And I'm like, motherfucker. And I'm just like, we're going in circles, like talking about this.
Right.
And they started pulling, like some of my teammates started pulling this shit of like political correctness and mansplaining. I had no idea what the hell that was until this team that I was on.
That's crazy, dude. That's indoctrination words used to diminish you, and it's so ridiculous.
One thing that AmeriCorps did, like some of the trainings they had sensitivity training, and they had like like 10 lens training, like where you have like different perspectives of people and like racial. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like I was saying something during this training, and like someone's like, that's not appropriate, and I'm like, who the fuck are you to tell me? Like it was like a bunch. I mean, I love these people to death, but some of them are fucking like.
Because a lot of times they really mean well. Like they're trying to mean well. They think they're doing the right thing, which you get it. But to just be like, it happens with even my wife. Leah sometimes like, and some people that I know, it's like they're like they deserve it because of their opinions, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, yeah, I don't agree with them either, really. But why do they deserve that? Or like, why would you want to silence them? It's like you should allow everybody's opinions, because you got to allow everybody's thoughts and opinions so that you can form one and know where people are at. You can't be like just, oh, I don't like what you're saying, so you're mansplaining to me or whatever it is. Like that's just weird. That's just goofy.
That was my argument.
This is all made up shit, all made up words from people that are scared of debate and truth. Like, it's very weird.
Yeah,
it's like,
I mean, it's kind of funny, like, because, like, that's exactly what I told them. I'm like, these are made-up things and words that you're telling me, and, like, I don't appreciate it. And, like, they stopped because we were transparent and we were able to talk, I mean, that was good about AmeriCorps because, like, they sat me down. Like, I had an entire meeting about how I was rebellious and shit. But, I mean, that, like, really turned me down. Like, I turned into this, like, mute character after that, like, whole team meeting with the entire team because they felt, like, I don't know. People were like, ugh. But I mean, it was a good experience because they had hiccups around the road, man. But I mean,
that's cool.
I appreciate it, Joe, and thanks a lot for having me on. I know there's a lot of people in the Discord that need the time to talk as well. So
yeah, man, I'll let you go,
humble,
but I appreciate it though, man. You come on again, definitely come on some of the other shows because there's a lot to talk about like that, and you're a really smart guy, smarter than I was when I was your age. I was like, like I was a fucking mess, dude. But no, I appreciate it, and yeah, I'll let you go. But thanks for all the money and everything. Thanks for that support. That's crazy, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great night.
Best of luck with the surgery.
Hey, great morning.
Soon or?
Yeah, let us know what happens with surgery.
I said, is the surgery
I'm gonna have shoulder surgery on my.
Oops, I moved.
It's located at 6 times in AmeriCorps. It was pretty funny.
Jesus. Oh, shit. Yeah, they'll get that rotator cuff and that shoulder in there the right way. It won't pop out anymore.
Yeah, dude. Wait, have you had this surgery before?
No, but I know about it. If it's the one I'm thinking of, if it's like your rotator cuff and your shoulder is like it just keeps dislocating.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and they're gonna like put some plastic in me. I've been like trying to work out and stuff before the surgery. Like, I recommend if you're having surgery, man, work out, because one of my sister's friends who's a fucking physical therapist, she's like, work out as much as you can so that the recovery time is a lot less. You know what I mean?
That's a great point.
Research.
Nobody talks about that. That's a great point, dude. That is a really good point, because what goes up comes down, and if you're out of shape and then you go into surgery, you're really going to be out of shape afterwards. Yeah, that's a great atrophy, everything. That's great.
I can attest to that as well. That's a great fact.
This is some good shit, man. I appreciate it. Jared, I'll let you go, man, but I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, man. Oh, no, yeah, no. I have all night, but yeah, definitely. I want to let your viewers go and stuff and let you have a great night, okay? Yeah, wait, what other shows? I mean, I watch all your shows, but like, when would be a good time to come on? I mean, I'll definitely keep donating, but you know.
I mean, you should come on like Throwdown on my other channel. Have you been on that?
Throwdown would be a great one to cover some stuff. That'd be cool.
Throwdown. Is that I subscribe to that other channel. What is it called? You can give a plug out too.
That's on Corrupted on Thursdays.
That's on the Corrupted YouTube channel on Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern time.
Corrupted. Okay.
Yeah, you and Troy and me and everybody, we'd have a good conversation over there, and yeah, anytime, man. You should hit me up, too. We can always talk about stuff. You know, I'm doing something with Dave Rose soon with Final Frontier and some other things on Patreon. And, yeah, we're going to put stuff up there. You'd be good on that to talk about some of this stuff because you're very open-minded but smart about things. So,
what would be a good way of contacting you? I don't mean to put out your information.
If you do things if you want to do things the old way, JoeCroninShow@yahoo.com.
Okay. Yeah, that would probably be better because I only use Facebook and I don't do the Twitters or Instagram. I'm kind of simple-minded Facebook. I mean, totally. I mean, you got to be on the social medias and stuff because you're a
YouTube throwback.
Man, so.
You're a throwback, dude. You're like my 34-year-old friends that are like, nah, not going on there. Send an email.
I mean, yeah, man. Yeah, no, I send email, but I fucking horrible with that shit. But, you know, I hope you guys have a great night. I know we said that like last 10 times, but,
you know.
Joe Cronin Show at yahoo.com. Yeah, it's all in the description below.
Yeah, you show up at his house, he'll make you French toast, too. You know,
wait, so let me ask you a question. So, I'm so sorry. Before I go, so let me ask you, you have all the donations for the Streamlabs, but for the Super Chat, it's only like 5, like.
Yeah, the Super Chat is done less often, and also Super Chat, they take 30%. So we
that's what I see.
We kind of encourage the Streamlabs more. Plus, I can do more on the Streamlabs. So I like the Super Chats, but yeah. So there's just the Super Chats are new too. It's easier to do Super Chat, and the other thing about Super Chat is it's newer. So a lot of those Streamlabs donations were building up over the last 4 years, and the Super Chats are new, so I just started adding them to Streamlabs. So I'm going to add a $100 one since I've had quite a few $100 over the last year on Super Chat, so I'm going to have the $100 one move over. It does the same thing. But that's basically the difference, you know.
And then how do you, like, you and I'm so sorry, Jake. You and Jake are able to read the show so well, and I've always wondered, like, how, like, are you able to identify when certain things happen? And it's like almost very spot on most of the time. Like, I would say 95% of the time. Like, how are you able to identify that? I mean, I know you've been in the wrestling business and stuff like that. I'm just very curious.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about Raw? Like how, like on?
Well, in general, because like when you do these shows, you have to be you have to analyze that. Like, you know, I know you've probably been doing it for a fuck ton of years, but like, how are you able to identify like just breaking down like, oh, like in the Rumble, this person's going to win or this person is going to lose? Or, you know
I got you. Okay. So if like with Jake is more organized than me. So a lot of times like Jake has a lot of things to feed me. If I'm not ready for anything, I'll go to him and he has things kind of written down and organized. A lot of times I'll write a couple things down. A lot of times I'll see the chat or a donation or I'll be thinking about a couple of things that are on my mind. So by the time we get through all that, it just seems that we get into most things. But if I do a solo show, I usually write down the stuff, the points that I want to make, and then I pay attention to other people's comments and I write those down and I have the list. But when I'm doing a show with Jake, I don't write anything down almost, because I just go off what's in my head, and there's only a couple things. But Jake has everything else more organized than me. So I think it just works that way when we're both doing it as opposed to when I'm by myself.
Plus, we've watched wrestling for many, many, many years. You know, you're talking roughly 3 decades, if not longer for Joe, essentially, too. And we go ahead and, you know, kind of see patterns and are able to identify how history repeats itself. So you notice when things are pretty evidently obvious, and we're also thankful to have quite a few people either on the inside, and we follow a lot of the news stories and see what's up.
Yeah.
And try to determine what's true, what's not. And I usually kind of just present everything and then try and weed it out after the fact.
There's certainly guys that are much better. There's certainly guys that are more technical and much better. I've always tried, like, from when I started this show, I wanted to bring like half of like really talking wrestling with half of like a comedy sort of type of show, and just sort of not take it too seriously. So I think it's always been not take it too seriously type of show.
I mean, I think that's why people love your show. I don't mean to like, I love your show, and I think other people should too. I just don't understand. I think some people's mindset of understanding your type of sarcasm and humor, as well as Jake's analysis. Like, Jake is like the more like calm guy, but like Jake is like really. I keep complimenting everyone, and that's just my personality sometimes. But I mean, it's really good blend of the two, because like, I remember when JD was on, but I know you've been going on about that, and I don't want to get you started with that. I know it's like it's like Area 51. It's like, oh my God, the aliens are here, and it's like, JD's here. No, but
it just keeps coming up. It's weird, but yeah, it's whatever.
No,
he's okay.
Yeah, you guys are great, and I mean, with Tommy's a great asset as well. I can't say I've made fun of him on the chat, which I kind of regret, because it's mean. And I don't mean to do that. And I know you guys also poke fun at him, which I understand. I mean,
he takes it well. He'll be all right. Like, off air, I always tell him, man, I was like, dude, so many people love you. So many people love to hate on you. It's all work at this point with him. And I try to tell him that, like, you know, don't take it seriously, because you're a character to people. We know who the real Tommy is in real life.
Absolutely. And we know who the character is. Plus, some of it with him is also a bit of kayfabe.
Yeah.
You know, he knows and he plays into it well, so he's able to kind of amp people up.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's
things.
doing.
Yeah.
Leave it at that.
He's fine.
And when are you doing your next fucking show, Joe Cronin? Because I want to hear some more of your announcer voice, because I think everyone else in the chat does too. I mean, like, I've been saying AEW. Everyone else has been saying AEW. But like, what's the scoop on that? I think you got a secret deal in there, and we just don't know it yet, huh?
Yeah, I wish. I wish I could get over there.
That would be life-changing, incredible. You know?
Yeah, that'd be really fun. But no, I don't.
Who do I gotta fuck or torture to get that to happen? You tell me.
Dude, I'll torture myself, dude. Dude, if I have to cut my arm off live on the air, so Cody Rhodes will watch the video of me doing that in my commentary, then we got something going on. Jared, I will let you go now, man. I got to move on, but
yeah, no, I'm sorry. Gotcha. I understand. I'll definitely email you at Joe Cronin Show.
Yeah, hit me up on the email, man.
Yeah, this was great. You know, thank you so much for all the support.
You're a beast.
Like I said, wish you the best of luck with the surgery, and I look forward to chatting with you again.
All right. Jared Barron, thank you, man. That dude dropped like $800 in the last couple days. So, I mean, you really got to give it to him. You know, the guy dropped a lot of money to support the show the last couple days. That's fucking awesome. And he sounds like a smart dude. I could talk to that guy. We could do a podcast with that guy. Sneck is in here. What's up, Sneck?
It's actually Steven. I was trying to change my email again.
Steven Gurman?
Yep.
German, what's up, dude?
Somebody asked about you the other day. They said, "Where's the Germinator been?"
I ain't dead, bitch.
What the fuck?
Just like I was trying to throw the real Joe Cronin audio.
Yeah, man. Well, now
I
you're
thought
here.
it was gonna be fucking hilarious if I did like bitches at the name of the name.
Well, let me tell you this, man. Let me tell you this, German. Who did you want to win the Royal Rumble, German?
Well, for the men's, I would have chose Seth Rollins. For the women's, I would have chose Nia Jax's pussy.
Okay. German, thank you, man. Nia Jax pussy. I like that. German, I'll see you on Monetize this Friday. Appreciate that. Let's put Seahawk in here real quick. Here, Seahawk. Seahawk is also on the Discord. What's up, Seahawk?
Oh, what up?
What up, man? How you doing?
What up?
What's up, man? How are you? What do you got? What do you want to talk about, baby? Oh, he died. I think he crapped out. I think he got scared. Let's put in the Great Deity is up and ready. Great Deity, what's up?
On the plate.
What's up, man?
How you doing, man? How you been?
Good. How are y'all doing? How y'all been?
I've been pretty good, man. I'm settling in this house, and I've got all this shit I've got to send to the trash, and my kid had a birthday. This wrestling this weekend has been crazy. I don't know, dude. It's a fucking crazy life. I can't believe what's going on. But what's up with you?
Okay, so I watched the Royal Rumble, and I don't know. I was really hoping that, I don't know. I guess it's because I'm so tired of, watching the same old guys like Seth Rollins, and, just I was hoping to catch something really wildly different. Like I was hoping someone, out of the top 5 people that everyone chose to win the Royal Rumble would, win. Like maybe a fucking Bobby Lashley. I want to see someone who faces Lesnar, someone believable. Like who the fuck would think that Finn Balor was gonna beat Lesnar? No one fucking thought that. Like whoever thought that's retarded. But I wanted to see someone.
Jake is retarded. Jake is retarded.
Someone a little bit more believable.
Fair, man. I try.
No, I didn't think so either, bro. Though I didn't. I mean, really. I mean, once we saw that match wasn't the end of the show, it was like, oh yeah, Brock definitely.
I admitted defeat logically, but my creative side with all my stupid booking scenarios got the better of me. I admitted that too on the air.
Stupid jackass hole fuck.
I just wanted Finn Balor to do good.
You know what? As a punishment, Jake, you have to grease yourself up with oil. Go on to the fucking San Francisco bridge and jack off. Okay.
I was doing that anyways.
Yeah, because then like
who do you guys think would be like, if you put it on paper, like you'd be like, that guy might actually beat Brock Lesnar.
Well,
Drew McIntyre. That's why I wanted Drew to win the Rumble.
But no way you could say that now, because now you see he can't even beat Dolph.
Yeah, I know. I know. They fucked that up.
They don't like him that much. I mean, in the past I would have said, and not that I wanted these people to beat him, but in the past I would have said, okay, I could believe that Daniel Bryan would beat him years ago, and I can believe Roman, that they'd make Roman beat him, and I even thought at one point that, hey, maybe they'll make AJ Styles beat him. But then they went with Roman, and then Roman happened to get sick. And now, at this WrestleMania, I would think that they probably will try to go with somebody else again, and it might be Seth, because now they said, well, Seth is the workhorse. We got to get somebody else who can beat Brock.
But I think he means like stature and size-wise. Like it just doesn't look believable. Brock is just too much of a beast.
I mean,
it's too big.
Honestly, I mean, to me, it doesn't bother me if somebody smaller beats him. I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe somebody can beat him. It's just, it doesn't seem like WWE believes that, though. I've
watched Lesnar since like when he first came in, and he had I believe he faced The Rock a few times, didn't he? And they had a great match.
Yeah, I mean,
he beat The Rock right away at SummerSlam.
Someone smaller could beat him. It's just someone, now with the current roster, I don't see anyone who, they could throw in there like a Seth Rollins and be like, yeah, he'll beat him.
Yeah, like who's really got like the
Drew
stature?
Is right. Samoa Joe should have torn him apart and choked him out.
Samoa Joe, that would have, like, when they fought, I thought that would have been a great, I thought he was going to lose the title, but then I was like,
I thought that would have been
probably
an
not.
epic
Well, dude,
didn't
don't you think that AJ and Daniel had a better showing against Brock than Samoa Joe? Samoa Joe, Samoa Joe should have almost.
Well, I don't know. Samoa Joe. I guess it was me wanting.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Samoa Joe should have been the guy that almost beat him. Like Samoa Joe was like bleeding and like Brock was jacked up, and then in the end Samoa Joe lost, but he almost did it. Like I would be down with that, but instead
he brought some intensity. Like he fucking choked out Lesnar while he was like coming out to his entrance. I was like, oh shit. So I was like, all right, Samoa Joe might get this, but then, and then they never got a rematch. Like I was hoping to see a rematch between those guys, and it never happened.
Yeah, I know, man. It just didn't. AJ had a better match. AJ was more believable in that match, and you can say whatever you want about that, and that's fine. But yeah, they're treating Samoa Joe like Bray Wyatt. It's the same thing all over again for him, and that stinks. Deity, I love you, man. You have a good night. Yeah. Thank you for coming in the Discord. The great Deity. I really appreciate that. Remember, guys, if you're on Discord and you don't have the golden VIP, message me on Patreon. By the way, I'm doing Morning Madness tonight on Patreon. If you're a $5 patron or more, you have access to Morning Madness, and I'm answering all the questions and doing all that shit tonight. Jake, anything you want to say before we close out of here tonight?
Matt had said in the chat that Ember Moon is injured, and Fade to Black said they had a video at WWE.com.
No, she's done. She's having surgery already.
Yeah, emergency elbow surgery. So
yeah,
I hadn't heard that before.
I just mentioned it earlier.
Did you? Maybe I didn't hear it. So
yeah, no, I said it.
Leave it up to my brain.
I said it real quick. I was like, oh yeah, by the way, Ember Moon having surgery right now. I said that like real quick, and then we went into something. But yeah, she's jacked up.
Didn't register.
WWE.com has the video, guys. You can check it out there. A couple more.
Paying your bills on time will create a credit score.
Yep.
Fuck credit cards. The only reason I have one is to float my travel expenses. Son of a bitch gets paid off in full monthly. You don't need credit cards to live the way you want. Dave Ramsey is a pimp.
I agree, Drew, but right now I'm in credit card debt you wouldn't believe. So, like, I don't know, bro. I'm in credit card debt, and I'm going to owe a lot of money to the government in April. So, I don't know, bro. But at least I'm in a house, though. Fuck it.
Here we go. About to get it, man. Here we go.
Fuck it.
No.
Jeffro, da boss.
Gerard message me, bro. I'm trying to know about the AmeriCorps.
Jeffro, da boss, wants to know about AmeriCorps, and he's asking Jared. Maybe Jared's like a secret sales agent for AmeriCorps. Now, somebody said that earlier.
Somebody said that in the chat earlier. Like, I signed up 2 minutes ago and I already made $1,000.
Really?
Somebody said that in the chat. Yeah.
See, so that's the guy. That's the guy working with them, and they get this whole thing. AmeriCorps, baby. AmeriCorps, dude. We'll plug anything you got because of the you drop so much. That guy just paid for like commercial breaks for a week. So.
That's right.
For 2 weeks.
Chubbs on Twitter let us know that Jeff Jarrett did in fact sign a deal with WWE for more than just a Rumble appearance. Along with them grabbing Sanjay Dutt and Hurricane Helms and Abyss, he'll be backstage and on TV.
Oh, look at this, Jake.
A greased up Jake and I'm all in rainbow.
A greased up Jake on the Golden Gate Bridge waiting for all those guys that want to get involved in his bunghole.
Say guys and gals? No, just guys.
Ooh, man, it's sodomy and delight on you in
San
to the
Rainbow
Francisco. You're sure to meet a lot of people there.
What the fuck's the point, Vince? I'll show you the point. It's up my ass.
What the fuck the point is, Vince? It's up my ass. Money, thank you for the $5. I appreciate that. And yes, you guys wanted... people have said they wanted to see my heel commentary. So instead of me playing... commentary of mine, I will play you some heel commentary. Jake, anything else to close before we get out?
That's it. Tomorrow night we should all be extremely excited to see the celebration of all celebrations for Shane McMahon and The Miz for winning the SmackDown Tag Team titles. So should be pretty fucking exciting.
Perhaps a new tag team will show up to attack them or something. I don't know.
And that I mentioned that before, but Abyss too. We thought he could have been in the Rumble. Remember, everybody was so excited about that.
Yeah, It was
I
all
was never
backstage.
sold on it, but that would have been cool. You know, something. I still feel like they just underwhelmed us with a surprise this year. Jeff Jarrett was cool, but it wasn't really surprising.
Here we go, about to get it, man. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh no!
Like Matt Hendricks said, Com buried Charlotte Moonsault when Shirari came out last night. It was great.
Fade to black. Thanks, man.
Yeah, commentary, they did, tear her apart. That was funny.
Yeah, the dude, well, oh God, the WWE commentary is just murdering my soul at this point. Like, it's driving me insane, Fade to black. All right, Jake, well, I will let you go, man, and I will talk to you tomorrow for the SmackDown review live after SmackDown.
Absolutely. Everybody stay sexy, have a great night, and thank you as always.
Murder. I don't know why. I have no idea why I said murder. I have no idea why I just said that. What the fuck is wrong with me? Jake, thank you very much, and I hope you guys all have a good night. And I'm gonna play some of the commentary now. Now, recently, by the way, if you haven't seen this, I did call Hammer Tunis and Brad Hollister's match against each other. They were tag team partners. Now, this was not heel commentary, though, but I love the ending, the jackhammer. This is an epic jackhammer.
All that, it might have been over, and the straps come down for Tunis, and the right hand into Hollister in the corner, who's starting to fade a bit. A lot of guys could be fading here. Hammer Tunis with the waist lock here. Now a switch by Hollister with a German suplex that absolutely annihilated the back of the head, and oh my God! Hammer Tunis is up, and here we go!
Watch this jackknife. This jackknife is great.
Hollister!
Look at this jackknife.
One of those moves where maybe it's a little too late in the match to try to do something like that. Hammer Tunis is on Dream Street right now. Brad Hollister from inside to the outside, a jackhammer from the inside!
I actually called it wrong. It was the outside to the inside. Is this, but yeah, this was not, somebody said this was the heel commentary. This is not heel commentary. This is all straight up commentary.
Lame on it, though. You can tell he's feeling the effects. Is that slide step European uppercut that he likes to deliver. Off the rope. Hollister now with the...
But here is the heel commentary.
Washed up, Joe. This.
By the way, I called this with Justin Bailey. This is great if you haven't seen this.
And look,
it's really funny.
Look at this phenomenal athlete from Fall River, Massachusetts, Teddy Goods, the ladies' man. He is absolutely phenomenal. He's brilliant. And you take a look across the ring at Goldust. I mean, you talk about washed up. Here we go.
Washed up, Joe. This man's been in this business for a long time. Washed up is the last thing you should be saying.
He's been in the business too long. Look at this disgusting display. What the hell is that?
That is vintage Goldust right there. And now Teddy Goods pushing Goldust back into his corner.
And look at that. Goldust is scared of Teddy Goods. Just like he was scared of the WWE. That's why he left.
Seems a little hard.
Got a little too hot in the kitchen for Goldust, I think.
And now, oh, Goldust, there's a arm drag takedown there by Teddy Goods. Throwing Goldust off there.
See, this is a man, let me tell you something, Bailey. This is a man who's not sure about himself anymore. The confidence is missing. The old age is really taking its toll. Oh, he's trying to touch the referee, Bailey. How disgusting is Goldust? I'll tell you what, if he tries to touch me, I'll have him arrested.
Oh, take it easy, Joe. Man, you're such a diva sometimes. What's the matter with you?
Yeah, you would like that. You know about his past, Bailey. You know what Goldust has done.
Oh, Joe. Here's an Irish whip. Goldust into the ropes, and he takes down Teddy Goods. Jump over, duck under by Teddy Goods, and another takedown. And a quick one count there from Goldust. Now Goldust with a hip toss of his own.
Teddy Goods doing the smart thing right out there. Look at that. Right into the arms of one of the smartest men in this building, the fashion consultant of Teddy Goods, the ladies' man. Look at how good they look. These guys could be on the cover of Men's Magazine and Body Fitness and every magazine out there. Look at these guys. They're just what they wear to this ring. They're in a match right now. Teddy Goods is wrestling, and he's wearing something that's better than most of these people in the crowd right now. Look at that slob in the front row. Look at this guy. Oh, look at this guy, Bailey.
I see him. He doesn't seem to be too happy with Teddy Goods. Teddy Goods talking down to him. And now here's Goldust behind. He has no IDs behind him, Joe. And and a chop to the chest from Goldust.
Oh, come on. That idiot distracted Teddy Goods. That idiot threatened to hit Teddy Goods. And now Goldust jumped him from behind.
Teddy Goods had to resort to the outside to insult fans rather than do what he's here to do, and that's defeat Goldust. And now Teddy Goods' head bouncing right off of that chair.
How is it okay that Goldust just used this chair outside the ring? Now Goldust, who knows what he's thinking of, a boot to the midsection on Teddy Goods. What a coward.
And now Goldust throwing him back in the ring. And Teddy Goods shooting right back into action, dropping a couple of boots right on the chest of Goldust. And now here we go. Irish whip reversal from Goldust. Teddy Goods comes back and he meets the bottom, I guess you would say, of Goldust.
That won't be the first one.
All right, Joe, that's enough. I don't know what you're insinuating, but I don't what me. You know what. And now Goldust got that arm lock submission in right now. And now Teddy Goods back to his feet.
How can he do this? Wait, Bailey, let me tell you something. The ladies' man is one of the best dressed people in the entire world. You're soon to see him all over the cover of magazines. He's going to be on television. And this man right here, if anybody wants the services of the fashion consultant in this crowd, certainly everyone in this crowd needs his services because everybody here looks like a big slob.
Oh!
A drop kick there by the ladies' man. This
now
might be
here's
it.
a cover from Teddy Goods. And a quick kick out from Goldust.
That referee was slow at the count is what it was.
He wasn't even on the mat for more than a second, Joe.
He wasn't on. Yeah, he wasn't on. He should have been down counting on the mat, and he wasn't there in time. The referee needs help too.
A chop right to the back of the neck of Goldust, and now Teddy Goods dropping an elbow right on top of his head.
Can you imagine being a grown man like Goldust and you walk into a Halloween store to get makeup to put on yourself to go into a fight? Who wears makeup to a fight? Can you imagine Brock Lesnar going into the UFC?
Here's a cover and a kick out from Goldust.
Putting makeup on his face? No, a man doesn't do that, Bailey. A man doesn't do that.
Well,
but a man does.
What happens when Teddy Goods goes into a store to buy those tights he has on? What?
You know something, Bailey? You are just so inept. You are just so despicable and disgusting and clueless. Clueless is the biggest thing I can think when it comes to you. That fashion consultant, if anybody in this crowd tonight took 1 second to have his advice, if they could afford it, because it does cost $10,000 to be consulted by him for an hour. But if any of these losers here had any kind of money and they didn't work at some crappy dock or at McDonald's or wherever they work, if they had any class whatsoever, they could afford 1 hour of consultation, and then they would look phenomenal just like the ladies' man.
Well, they seem to have a lot of confidence because now they've rallied Goldust back to his feet, and now Goldust is in total control right now. Another shot to Teddy Goods. Here's an Irish whip, but it's reversed by Teddy Goods, and he comes up empty. And a flip over roll up by Goldust, and a quick kick out. And, oh, man.
There you go, once again.
What a lariat there from Teddy Goods.
That's how quick Teddy Goods is. Look at the muscular strength, the fortitude, the agility.
I can't argue the man's physique, Joe. He indeed is a stellar athlete. Now, what is going on here?
Oh, look at that. The Goldust just tried to assault the fashion consultant.
What are you talking about? Are we watching the same show? Goldust just got jumped on the outside by his fashion consultant, Teddy Goods, that is.
He tried to swing at a defenseless fashion consultant. He tried to swing at Teddy Goods' fashion consultant, and he had to, look at that, even the fashion consultant beat up Goldust.
Oh, come on. You cannot be serious. And now Teddy Goods jumps Goldust from behind. It is now officially 2-on-1. The referee must get control of this contest.
This guy isn't even a wrestler, Bailey, and he got the best of Goldust. But that's what you get when you try to cheap shot an innocent bystander. How despicable is Goldust?
You're claiming Goldust got the cheap shot on? And, excuse me.
Yes!
The fashion consultant came up behind Goldust. And now, look at this. Teddy Goods with the headlock on Goldust.
I didn't see that.
That's exactly what you said.
I did say that, but I didn't see that. You're making that up.
Oh,
look,
I'm making that up.
We're
watching it
focus
on
the
video.
match, Bailey. Look what's happening now. Forget about that.
Yeah. Way to change the subject there, Joe. And now Teddy Goods, headlock on Goldust, right in the middle of the ring.
Come on, ref, get over there. I think he's passing out.
This crowd is trying to rally Goldust yet again. And now Goldust, he's losing strength, Joe. He's starting to fade. He's dropped down to one knee.
There you go.
And now he is down.
He's out. Check him, ref. Check him. Goldust all the way down to the ground.
Not looking good for Goldust now. He is down. He's trying to get this crowd to rally one last time.
How pathetic is that?
And now Teddy Goods reapplies that headlock. Look at the fashion consultant out here. He is going insane.
None of these people know who Goldust is anyway. Most of these kids that are here weren't born 20 years ago, so they have no idea who Goldust is.
Goldust? This man is a WWE legend. What is the matter with you, Joe? Are you in the pockets of Teddy Goods? What's going on here?
How embarrassed do you think Goldust is? I mean, how embarrassed do you think the WWE is that Goldust once competed there, or any other wrestling organization that Goldust has been a part of? That's why he's been banished everywhere. And you know something? Teddy Goods is about to end him. Look at this. Check him, ref. He's out, Bailey.
Now here the referee checks the status of Goldust.
Ring the bell.
Arm goes up again. Oh, no.
Good night.
Now,
good night.
Teddy Goods locking it back in, and now here's the test.
Sweet
right
dreams.
Here. He's still in it.
No.
Goldust is still in it.
No, come on.
Goldust trying to get to his feet. The crowd screaming here in Fall River, Massachusetts, trying to rally Goldust.
What?
Wow, look at that. No age matter in this contest right now. Look at Goldust get to his feet.
Oh, look at that.
Teddy Goods drops him back down again.
Whoa.
Oh, wow, what a clothesline from Goldust.
Get up, Teddy.
Irish whip, Goldust goes to the ropes. He comes back. Oh, vintage Goldust.
What? This is ridiculous, Bailey.
Oh, God.
Did you see where he just nailed him?
Inverted atomic buster and a running bulldog. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out for Goods.
Oh, my goodness. How close was that, though, Bailey? But look at the ladies, man. He's not even affected by this. He's ready to go.
Can't even get to his feet.
He's almost up.
He can't even get to his feet, Joe. And now Goldust bringing Teddy Goods.
I didn't listen to that. Goodness. How close was that, though, Bailey? But look at the ladies, man. He's not even affected by this. He's ready to go.
Can't even get to his feet.
He's almost up.
He can't even get to his feet, Joe. And now Goldust bringing Teddy Goods back to the middle of the ring. Oh, no, Goldust here. He may be setting up. Oh, look at Teddy Goods. Beautiful reversal into the ropes. He goes and he comes back. Oh, wow, what a spinning shoulder tackle from Teddy Goods.
Might have caught the elbow on the jaw, too. That could be it for Goldust. 2, 3. Oh,
come on! Wow, it's a 3. No, it was a 2.
I thought he had him, Bailey.
That was as close as it gets, wrestling fans. I'm telling you right now.
That referee's ridiculous. I'll tell you what, just because you got a crush on Goldust, just because the Goldust gave you a special feeling back when you were 12 around WrestleMania 12 time, doesn't mean that you can... Well, you know what's happening, Bailey. This referee obviously is starstruck.
Apparently, you're the only one that knows what's going on. What are you talking about?
He's starstruck by Goldust, Bailey.
You called him Gold Crust
He wants
earlier.
to be Ahmed Johnson, Bailey. That referee wants to be Ahmed Johnson. You know what I'm talking about.
Teddy Goods just went sternum first into the turnbuckle, trying to continue the onslaught on Goldust. And oh, no, what is Goldust doing here?
No, he can't do this.
Goldust throwing one leg over. Now he's got... Oh, no, Teddy Goods is in a predicament now, Joe.
Not to the ladies, man. You can't do this. Someone's going to stop this. Billy, get up there and stop this.
I'm not getting in there. Goldust, what is he doing? The crowd has no idea.
Don't tell me he's going to do this. This would be horrific.
My God. Oh, and now look at the fashion.
Come on, there he goes.
To get the gate now.
There goes Goldust again, attacking a defenseless. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Teddy Goods hit the consultant. Oh, look at Goldust. He's going for it. Goldust. Oh, my God.
1. No.
2, 3. Oh, Goldust picks up the win over the ladies' man, Teddy Goods.
This is ridiculous. This is a crime, Bailey. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait. No, Goldust.
Oh, no.
This is ridiculous, Bailey. How can you condone this?
Retribution is beautiful.
Somebody's gonna stop this. Somebody's gonna stop this. There's kids here. This man's life. Get up, Teddy Goods, get up. Teddy.
Oh my gosh, now. Oh!
Arrest him! Arrest him!
Are you okay, Joe? Joe, breathe.
All right, everybody. Thanks for the fun tonight. Hope you enjoyed that weird one of the only times I've done heel commentary. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow night for the SmackDown review.
You want Chad Beats.
I'm about to get down with Zack Ryder, yo. I'm in town, I'm gonna go down on this clown. What up is Brown? I'm coming in your mom. Yeah, she's profound. Good night, everybody.
Monetize this. Out of nowhere. Throw down.
It's JCS, and everybody know we the best, and everybody loves Joe Cronin. That's why we all love to tune in. Everybody loves out of nowhere. Monetize this, bitch is in the air. Run SmackDown reviews, so don't you fear. So tune in every night right here. Yeah, yeah. You know it's Cronin, tell them that we own it. On almost every night, bitch, we got the potion. Laying back in my whip, puffing straight coasting. Turn on the app, it's live, Joe Cronin. Raw reviews, don't forget SmackDown too. He's on Twitch, on Twitter, and YouTube. So if you want a dose, homie, it a real shit. Tune in right now for some heel shit. It's JCS, and everybody know we the best, and everybody loves Joe Cronin. That's why we all love to tune in. Everybody loves out of nowhere. Monetize this, bitch is in the air. Run SmackDown reviews, so don't you fear. So tune in every night right here. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's JCS, JCS. Everybody here knows not the test. Cross Joe on the shelf like the rest. And life goes on, cause we the best. Everybody know Joe states facts. More views than your ass, check the stats. Keep talking till your ass gets smacked. Keep it up, then your ass gets clapped. Everybody tunes in cause we all love it. Joe's real, he ain't no motherfucking fake puppet. Tells you what it is, homie, and you better love it. And if not 2 words, bitch, go suck it. JCS, and everybody know we the best, and everybody loves Joe Cronin. That's why we all love to tune in. Everybody loves out of nowhere. Monetize this, bitch is in the air. Run SmackDown reviews, so don't you fear. So tune in every night right here. Yeah, yeah. It's JCS, and everybody know we the best, and everybody loves Joe Cronin. That's why we all love to tune in.